Morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Paramveers Cricket Complex in Rydell, Georgia. 2024 Atlanta Open, presented by Tarek Real Estate. It is playoffs time. Opening match here is a 3-4 matchup between the Samp Army and Knight Riders United. First, let's take a look at that strip in the middle. Over to you for the pitch report.
Well, good morning and welcome to the action on day four. It's playoff time, and we have this morning Samp Army coming up against Knight Riders United. Knight Riders United winning a cliffhanger yesterday against the defending champions Kingsmen, and today they come up against a Samp Army unit who lost badly yesterday as well. Samp winning two, they have lost one. United comes unbeaten so far. So just looking at the pitch, obviously there is some early morning moisture as normal. And if you look here, it's a different color. It's white, but it's nothing to be worried about. It's actually clay just added to the surface. It helps with the bowler's grip. Remember when they're running through? Yesterday there were some instances where they were slipping, but now with this, it will hold them, and they will be able to focus on their bowling rather than whether or not they are going to slip. So if you look at it, there is some grass coming through, and of course, as the sun bakes it, the ball should come on nicely. There's also a lot of spin on offer. We saw the ball turning square yesterday. And again, I predict that because of the early morning moisture, it's a bit tacky. You will get turned from very early on. Whoever wins the toss, I'm sure that they will bowl first. But let's go to Atta Ali Khan, who has the toss.
It's Knight Riders versus Samp Army. I've got both the skippers, Nitish Kumar and Aaron Jones, the match manager and the umpire. The winner goes to play the semi-final. Crucial match for both the teams. Nitish got the coin. It's ahead, Aaron Jones. What have you decided to do?
We're gonna bowl first. Um, I think that in the morning the wicket be a little tacky, so we're gonna try to get some early wickets side top, and then put a little pressure and probably restrict them to 100, 120 runs.
You did the same last match against Atlanta Fire, but the batters let you down. What have you been talking to your batters?
I don't think only the batsmen that let us know, to be honest with you. I think that we should have restricted them to probably 115, 120 runs. We dropped some crucial catches, to be honest with you. And then in the back in the last couple of overs, we didn't bowl well either. So I think the momentum Atlanta Fire had just went straight into when they bowl as well. So we'll try to tidy up today for sure.
Any changes?
No, same team.
All the best.
Thank you.
Nitish, different conditions, a little bit because the dew pitch is a little bit damp. Still, you have to bat well.
Yeah, we would have probably bowled first. But on the other hand, the ball gets wet, so it's hard for them to grip it and stuff. So it'll be pretty even, I guess.
Really tense match, the last one. Went to the super over, went on to win it, but a great opportunity for you. If you win today, you're in the semifinals.
Yeah, we were happy about yesterday. I thought our fielding was below par. That's why the game went so deep. But it's always nice to win.
Any changes for you?
Yeah, Imi's out with an injury and Hassan's in.
All right. All the very best.
Thank you.
Right. The news from the middle is that Samp Army has won the toss and they will bowl first.
So there you have it from the great After Ali Khan. Samp Army winning the toss. Aaron Jones choosing to have a bat under relatively cool conditions, probably about 60 degrees Fahrenheit here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Absolutely. Did I just say bat first, sir? My apologies. Samp Army winning the toss and choosing to have a bowl. Aaron Jones, Samp Army taking the field as of right now. And Captain Aaron Jones is going to hand the new ball to Keon Joseph, bowling from the southern end, the aforementioned Athar Ali Khan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, all. Yeah, bit of a surprise for me to hear that Aaron Jones, the skipper of Samp Army, after winning the toss, have decided to bowl first. Remember, they did the same against Atlanta Fire yesterday, and Atlanta Fire was on fire with the bat, 181 for 4, and in reply, Samp Army, batting, chasing 181, were bowled out for 59 in 14.4 overs, and that's exactly what I asked him, that because the batters did them down. He also added another interesting feature in his answer was it was not only our batting, it was also our bowling. We didn't bowl in the right area, so that's one of the reasons why he's decided to bowl first and hoping that the bowlers can do a better job. Yeah, this is a bit true. We have already seen that every day when we've come, especially on the first game. There's a dampness, there's a bit of a moisture on the surface, so you got to get it right. If you don't, then you're asking for trouble. Let's see what it happens because this is a crucial match. Remember, this is the match where the winner goes and qualify for the semi-final. So all to play for both the teams.
All to play for indeed. That is an excellent summary. Thank you for that, Arthur Ali Khan. Remember the third delivery of yesterday's match. Keon Joseph nicked off the opening batter for the Atlanta Fire, and it was that big partnership from Stephen Taylor and his partner that brought 80 runs to the fore, and that set the table for the Atlanta Fire to put up a big total. But early wickets are key, and in this situation, it's more than important. You're asking your strike bowler here to give you a couple up front.
Yeah, what a game! What a game for Knight Riders United yesterday. Cliffhanger, huh? Played a played into the end, the super over, and managed to go on and hang on to go and win it. What a match! What a match we witnessed yesterday.
Tremendous. And if the match yesterday was very one-sided with the Atlanta Fire winning easily, the one yesterday afternoon brought it right down to the wire, if you will, going to the Super Over where the Knight Riders United won it. First delivery, round the wicket to the left-hander Lahir Malanta. Immediately take off for a single to start things here on a beautiful day in Atlanta.
Yeah, as the team walk across, and the first thing they do is go and have a closer look at the surface. And when you go there, you can understand that because of the moisture, you're not sure what to do when you win the toss. So obviously, both teams would be hoping to bowl first, which is fine. But someone has to bat. So and at the back of their mind, as a batter, I think you don't really need to think too much about the surface because you need to handle yourself accordingly and just stay a little bit calm and composed. Your approach is important because there are opportunities where you'll be able to play a few shots. But then again, having said that, you just have to have a closer look at the surface because there might be something in early in the 4 or 5 overs for the bowlers.
Nitish Kumar working this one up the hip. Should be a couple of runs at least. In fact, it goes all the way for four. That was timed beautifully by Nitish Kumar into the hips and was flicking it away behind square for four.
That's exactly what I mentioned. Have a look at that shot. Yeah, it was bounced, but it played that beautifully, getting on top of his toes and flicking it away, even though there was a fielder in the chase, had no chance and goes to the boundary. So they pick up the first boundary in the very first over. Lovely shot from this skipper, Nitish Kumar.
Lovely shot indeed. Now, note that the non striker and the man who opened the batting is Lahir Malanta. He's the impact player today. I suspect that the reason he's the impact player, remember yesterday he tumbled and fell and hit his head, so he's not going to be handling the keeping duties today. Similar type of delivery. This one worked to right Nanan in the deep for a single.
Yeah, Nitish Kumar also mm, had a good start in that game against Kingsman. In that innings of 143 for 8, he managed to score 31 of 28. He had a good start, but it's important as a skipper, especially as a skipper, when you get that kind of a start, you've got to cash in. I think about 70s or 80s, which can be really good for the Knight Riders to post a big total. Remember, Atlanta Fire posted 181 batting first yesterday on the same pitch.
Very wide outside the line of off stump. So the first wide for the day signaled by umpire Owen Brown, working the southern end of the ground today, out of Jamaica and out of Houston. Umpire currently at square leg Brian Kane from New York. And you'll note that I did not say another cricket playing country after Brian Kane's name because he's, as they say, full-blooded American who learned the game and is now officiating at the highest level. So kudos to him. Overcorrects, goes down the leg side this time. So just having a little bit of trouble finding the right line here, Keon Joseph.
Yeah, there's a hint of movement. This one just came back into the left-hander, and he's coming over the wicket. I just wonder if he's thinking about coming around the wicket. When most of the occasion we see once a left-hander is on a strike, the seamer tends to just cut down the angle and comes round the wicket. He hasn't done that yet.
Mhm. Well, the slip fielder, the man at first slip, that suggests that that angle over the wicket that he'd be slanting the ball across left-hander. In the air, going down the ground, that may have the legs to get there. Full chase on, and he pulls it just back in front. So good sprint. They'll get just a couple of runs. In fact, they only got one run. Interesting.
Yeah, again on a shorter side, a strange looking shot because of the back foot. He's hit that back straight down the ground. He could have hit it square on the wicket on the offside, or maybe try to pull it, but it's only a single, and that's not good running.
Interesting. Not only is it not good running, it's no running because Lahiri Milanta stood there after he played the shot and admired it.
Yeah, he thought that was going to the boundary.
Exactly. So we want to look at that. Nitish Kumar back on strike. Down the line. Oh, leg side and considered as a no ball. You hear the loud call from umpire Owen Brown. So Keon Joseph having trouble with his line and also with overstepping here. This next ball will be a free hit.
Yeah, he's bowled a couple of wide deliveries already in this over, and now he oversteps. So allow the batter for a free hit. Turning out to be a good over for the Knight Riders. United already 10 in the over in the first four deliveries.
First four deliveries and what happens on this very next one because the same batter is on strike, so you can't change the field. And the captain Nitish Kumar can tee off here. Oh, that didn't go anywhere near where he wanted it to. He probably wanted to play that more square. So the free hit doesn't hurt them. Good delivery by Keon Joseph.
Yeah, he's got away with that.
Hmm.
Again, on a shorter side. His lengths have been on the shorter side in this over. And you can see that extra bounce for the batters to cope up with. He would want his bowlers, Aaron Jones, the skipper, would want their bowlers to show a little bit better discipline in terms of line and length.
Hammered away. That's probably what he was trying to do on the free hit delivery. This time he makes contact and it goes away through point for four. Solid boundary to finish the end of the over. 14 without loss after one.
The length on a shorter side continues and gets the treatment, short and wide, slapped away to the boundary to finish the over. Yeah, that's a good start for the Knight Riders. 14 without loss in the first over.
So 14 without loss after one. An aggressive move here by Captain Aaron Jones, going to the spinner, the tall orthodox left arm orthodox spinner Rajnanan to open the bowling at the northern end.
Yeah, not a bad move at all. I like this move. I like to see spinners, the kind of purchase they can grab early on a pitch which has got a bit of a moisture. So you need to exploit that, and you need to get that in your favor as a bowler. And it's interesting to see how he bowls to the left-hander, the left arm orthodox, the ball coming into the left-hander.
It's gone around the wicket to him first off. No run there. Good start. Of course, it's the power play. So two men outside. There's a deep mid wicket and there's a long on. So those are the two outside, everyone else inside. Nothing too wide here from Rajnanan because there's no protection in the deep on the offside.
A bit of a bounce there. Not a bad idea to get a slip in place. Well, because of the fact that 14 runs in the first over, mm, Aaron Jones feels that yes, you got to make sure that someone, someone like a Raj Nanan to bowl a good over here.
In the air for a while, pass backward point that may just get to the boundary. It's slowing down and just getting there now for four. So again goes wide. Again, no protection out there on the offside. 4 runs.
This time it's Lahiru Milantha. Again, it's on the shorter side. And again, it's been put square of the wicket on the offside. I think they're not getting the lengths right here. They're just too short from seam and now from spin.
Yeah, he mentioned the bounce that he got on the second delivery. Good bounce from the tall left arm spinner, probably 6'1" or so, 6'2". So it has the height to produce that bounce. But if you don't get the ball on the right line and on the right length, then all the bounce in the world would not matter. Better delivery. Play back to the bowler himself. Doesn't collect cleanly, but that's a better line, I think.
Yeah, if you, as a batter, if you look at the surface and if the bounce is even, then you can see those shots played square of the wicket on both sides. So batters will enjoy batting here.
Oh, tries to play the late cuts. Misses out on that, intentionally trying to play it behind point, but does not make contact.
That's one of the reasons I felt that maybe initially you can have a slip in place because he's trying to pick up the gaps. Now the short third fielder has been asked to go a little bit squarer.
Played into the leg side. 5 runs from the second over from your orthodox spinner, one of which was a four. So you'll take that. Good over in all. 5 runs coming from it, 19 without loss after two. 19 without loss after two. And after Ali Khan, I assume that you'll also like this move because Keon Joseph, after giving up 14 in his first over, has been taken off. And Jonathan Fu, who for me was the best bowler on offer for Samp Army yesterday, has been given the ball to bowl over number three.
Yeah, as expected, wasn't it? I mean, if you see a bowler conceding 14 in his first over, and you're not going to, the skipper is not going to throw the ball up to you again. Maybe later. Spin also, just five in that first over from a spinner.
First ball is worked down wide up mid on for a single. You'll note that the slip fielder is in position for Lahiri Malanta, with the right-hander turning the ball away from the left-handed Lahiri Malanta. Always a chance of that catching slip or
Yeah,
catching the edge.
but not for the right hander because now he's been pulled out from the slip area. He's gone towards a short mid wicket. Now Jonathan Fu needs to bowl a good spell here. Just tighten things up because it's a good start. 20 already on the board. It's only the third over.
Happy to do it in singles at this stage. The Knight Riders United. Lahiri Malanta 8 from 9. Natish Kumar 10 from 6. 3 fours total. 2 4. Nitish Kumar 1 for Lahiri Malanta. So good solid start from this opening pair for the Knight Riders United. Played off the back foot. Rajnanan is there, no run.
Yeah, one thing which is noticeable is when he's come onto the attack, we spoke about the bounce, but the couple of deliveries that he's bowled in this over has stayed a little bit low.
Tell you what, he's bang on target with his length. I think this length is the best of all the bowlers that we've seen so far.
So far, so good. He's just conceded 2 runs in the 4 deliveries that he has bowled. Slip is there for the left-hander.
Again, continuing in that really good length, that nagging length. Another dot ball. So excellent spell so far, excellent over so far for Jonathan Poop.
And he went down the wicket and he saw him coming down, so he pulled the length back. So good, really good delivery from the spinner.
What an over, just 2 runs coming from it. Excellent start for Jonathan Pooh after 3, 21 without loss.
Yeah, again, look at that bounce. Yep, indicating that it kept low. That's what they need to deal with.
Aaron Jones pulling out all the stops here. A lot of strategizing for the fourth over of the first innings and sticking with spin as Ratnanan coming back for his second. Gave up a boundary the third delivery of his first over, but overall a very good over. Just 5 runs conceded in it. And recall that we're still inside the power play.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't have bowl a short pitch delivery, he's fine because there is a from one end there's a bit of a bounce, the other end there's keeping a shade low. So you got to tighten things up. Yes, a couple of good overs from the spinners. 14 in the first over, and then in the next two only 7. So good from Samp Army.
Right. And again, Nitish Kumar on strike. And now Aaron Jones is being aggressive. He's now at first slip. Oh my goodness, the simplest of return catches. That is one that will disappoint the captain. One down, 21 for one.
Ah, he'll be disappointed, Nitish Kumar, because he was the one informed the skipper. And once again, it's a really good line and length. Probably stopping, the ball stopping, because he went through the shot and lobbed it straight back to the bowler. That's exactly what Samp Army would have hoped for. And they've got the breakthrough. So the opener departs. It's Nitish Kumar who has to head back to the pavilion. It's 21 for 1.
He'll be disappointed with that, Nitish Kumar. The length wasn't exactly there for the shot that he played. And it really wasn't a full-blooded shot. It sort of played out in front of his body. Pretty simple catch back to Rajnanan. He's not going to miss that. Now this gets interesting. Joshua Trump, seen him this entire week. Excellent number 3 batter. Loves the ball coming onto the bat, plays pace very well, but can also play spin very well. And it will be interesting to see how he handles the ball turning away from him because, as I pointed out a couple of times yesterday, he loves the scoring area over extra cover. So see exactly how Rajnanan attacks him here because he will have known that as well.
Now, this is an important wicket for Samp Army. This is one of the players who've been looking good, scoring runs. Even in the last match against Kingsman, he was the highest scorer for his team with a score of 44. If they can knock him over early, they put them in a tremendous amount of pressure.
Immediately off the mark, working this one into the deep for single. So that sets you back just a little bit. Lost a wicket, but looking to rebuild here, Josh Trump and Lahir Malanta.
A lot will depend on how he bats here. Joshua Trump. They are there. The trump card, Joshua Trump. If he gets to score runs, I can tell you, they can score a decent amount of runs on the surface.
Oh, that gets the treatment. Gets it too straight. And Lahir Malanta cashes in. 6 over backward square leg.
That's the problem. That has been the problem from each and every bowler so far we've seen, apart from Joshua Fu. Again on a shorter side, so he leans back and heaves it over towards square leg for the maximum. The moment it's pitch short, it has allowed the batters to free their arms, either on the offside or on the onside. So you got to get it fuller. Remember, he already picked up a wicket in his over, which was bowled a little bit fuller. So batter had to come on to the front foot.
So played off the back foot. That should really have been stopped by Chandapal Hemraj. Misses out on this and gives up 2 extra runs.
Again on the shorter side, I keep on repeating myself over and over again. I have no other option because they are bowling short.
They keep repeating the short balls. You call what you see. Oh my goodness. So good start here. After the wicket, a few runs. 9 from the over so far with 2 balls to come here in over number 4. Lahir Milanta now up to 16 from 15, 1-4 and 1-6. And then the deep part long on and mid wickets. Repeating the dosage, and he'll get more runs here. Is it 4 or 6? Lands just inside of the ropes at backward square leg for another boundary.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a good over. It has been a mixed bag. Yeah, he's picked up a wicket and now he's conceded his second boundary of this over. The first one went for all the way, just not that far away. Could have been another 6. But he'll take this. Lahiro, he's now moved on to 20 of just 16 deliveries.
Give credit to Lahiri Milanta also, because on that replay, you'll see where he walks across just a little bit. So ball that would have been on off stump ends up being like a leg stump delivery, and rocks back and punishes him over back at square leg. That's a delivery played into the area, short of extra cover, but a good productive over. A wicket fell, but 13 runs came from it. And the 4, 34 for 1. Quick look at your scorecard. Nitish Kumar will be disappointed in that he got a start and wasn't able to cash in, dismissed. But Lahiri Milanta is on the way here to what he thinks will be a decent total. 20 from 17, 2 4s and a 6. Jonathan Fu to continue.
It's a double header today, and both are important because the winners go through to the semi-final. Two sides already sitting pretty. Atlanta Fire, Clarion Eagles.
Jonathan Fu, good delivery to start with. Outside off. Joshua Trump pending and missing at this one.
He's been good. He's been very good. He only conceded 2 runs because of the fact that his lengths have been much better. And there's also a hint of turn there.
Mhm.
Really good. He's been impressive. Straight away, there's a bit of a chat between the two batters.
Joshua Trump on the sweep. That's going to run away for 4. Good solid stroke. The first boundary struck off of Jonathan Fu.
Yeah, he's such a good batter. It was played beautifully, knowing that there was gap square on the onside. He has just a touch fuller and he's picked that length very quickly. And he's put that away for another boundary.
So if you were to criticize, you could say that that's the first one that Jonathan Fu gets a little too straight, fine leg inside the circle, so you don't have a lot of options if you don't get that ball on the right line. This is better. On off stump, defended into the covers.
Yeah, it's a format where the batters will take few chances. So you got to be spot on.
Flipped into the leg side. It's going to be Rajnanan. An interesting field to the right-hander by Jonathan Fu. There's a backward square leg inside the circle, and there's a square leg inside the circle. So I wonder if maybe they're trying to incentivize him to hit in that direction. What are your thoughts there, if that's what they're trying to do?
Well, then he has to restrict his line and length, so to make sure that he doesn't allow the batter to play in that area over the top.
Lahira Milanta off the back foot. What a special shot that is. Shot of the morning so far, over extra cover for 6.
And now that's a cracking shot.
Oh, wow.
Immense power. Look how short it is, and he throws himself at it. That is a beauty.
Oh,
That's gone all the way.
that was delicious. Absolutely brilliant shot by Lahira Milanta. Now moves up to 26 from 18, 2 4s and 2 6s. Quick single taken here. What excellent batting by Lahiri Malantha. 12 runs coming from the over. 5 in the books. 46 for 1 is your score.
ये ओवर में यहाँ लिख देना जो आफ्टर पावर प्ले यहाँ क्या स्कोर है मैं जैसे लिखता हूँ ना मैं आपको अपनी गोवा 76 में आपको ऐसे ओके पॉइंट स्कोर में और 10वें ओवर में ओके
Very, very good start for the Knight Riders, despite being put into bat. Slightly delayed start here, 15 minutes later than the scheduled start. 10:45 local time we started. Allowed a little bit of extra sun to get on to the pitch and probably dry up the surface a little bit more. Shadley went call quick. Now we'll take up the attack from the far end. Oh, that's hit him. That has hit him. He's all right though. Gets up on his feet. The fleshy part. It does knock the wind out of your sails momentarily. Big strong boy Lahiro Melanta. He's up and up and about and settling in the com box alongside me is Keisha. Good morning, Keisha.
Good morning to you, Shah. Definitely excited for this encounter between Knight Riders United and the Samp Army. Despite losing the toss, Knight Riders United, I think they will be pleased with the start. 46 for 1 after 5 within the power play.
This is short, not quite timed, but still over the top. And downhill it goes very quickly to the boundary. The runs continue to flow here at the Paramveer Cricket Complex as 50 has been reached for the Knight Riders.
Yeah, excellent looking shot there from Lahiro Malantha. You can see that he's definitely looking to take advantage of this power play from the previous games that we have seen from the Knight Riders United. He has just been a bit cautious with his start, but certainly with the aggressive nature we've seen today, looks to have good momentum.
Again, slightly short, not short enough to get a proper connection, but Lahiro Milantha is picking up the length pretty quickly. And the runs are flowing. We know that Knight Riders United, they have a formidable bowling lineup. They'll be very happy with this start.
Yeah, the bowling attack is certainly something to not take lightly. We know that in the first two games they played, in fact, first game they made 129, bowled out the side for under 80, and the second game also bowled out the side for sub 100 total.
Just a little bit of swing in the air for Shadley. Just a single. Yeah, and they're coming off of the back of a magnificent super over victory late last evening. What a drama. What thrill that was.
Lots of excitement with that super over, I must say. Everyone who was at the ground, their hearts were in their mouths, essentially. And Roshan Primus bringing its hope for the Knight Riders United. Really thrilling encounter that was.
One carried nicely. Excellent delivery from Wentz Quick.
Nice carry through to the keeper. Good line and length. You can see just a bit of extra bounce. And close to the batsman's edge. Very exasperated look from Malantha. Has dropped his hands.
Nicely dabbed for a single to close out the power play. Well and truly belonging to the Knight Riders United. They are now 53 for 1.
So the power play completed with a run rate of 8.83. At this point, projected score should be just around that 160 to 180 region. I'm sure whatever score that the Knight Riders United set, they'll be willing to back themselves, as you mentioned, their potent bowling attack. Some good mix of pace as well as left-arm orthodox spin.
Oh yeah, they've got a well-rounded bowling attack. Bowlers who can bowl with the new ball inside the power play, and then they got very good death bowlers, the likes of Ahmad Asif, can unleash those Yorkers at will. Sohail Khan as well. They were both instrumental in taking that game to the last overs yesterday. Jaydev starts from this comb box end.
Just as you mentioned, left-arm orthodox. Jaydev Patel comes into the attack. He's bowled well in a couple of games for Samp Army. This game, in fact, he was one of the pick of the bowlers, always turning squarely on the pitch, and he was really getting into those nice areas just outside the reach of the batsman and into that corridor of uncertainty.
Looking to dart the ball in. Little bit of movement with the arm into the batters. This is the modern day left arm spinners, basically, especially in this format. They heavily rely on that arm ball, attacking stump to stump, not giving a lot of room outside the off stump or anything down the leg side, because then they can travel. Good control. Not a clean strike, or a thick inside half of the bat. Just a single to Lahiro.
Yeah, just to add to that point in terms of the variations on display by the left-arm spinners, you know that many times you have seen them with the new ball or early in the innings, and they bowl a lot of drifters or seam-in deliveries to the right-handed batsman.
Got that area covered. Rajananan sweeping at backward fine leg. Yeah, this is the phase of the game you feel like with Milantha well set. Joshua also got his eye in. He's 9 of 8. Just want to steady themselves a little. Not taking any undue risk at this stage.
I would think that's intelligent batting, given the fact that they have had explosive starts. No need to take unnecessary risk, as you said. Just rotate the strike and wait for the bad balls to be put away.
That has been put away. It was short. And although it's an incredible stroke to have hit it just in front of square and to the right of that sweeper, have a look.
Right on cue, you can see Malantha didn't really need to move his feet. In fact, just opened that front foot out of the way and threw the bat at it, was allowed to free his hands, given the fact that the ball was wide outside of the off stump, and gets maximum reward with a 4. At the end of 7 overs, 61 for the loss of 1.
Gorgeous settings here at the Paramveer Cricket Complex in Rydal, just an hour away from downtown Atlanta. And this year's Atlanta Open T20 Championship has seen some exhilarating action coming to the business end today. Literally the quarterfinal, because the team that loses will go home and the team that wins will progress to the semifinals. They'll join Atlanta Fire, who are already there, and the Clarion Eagles. There is turn available. And the running is very good. The throw was a loopy throw, not a very strong one. That's good awareness from Joshua Trump and Lahiru Melantha.
Very good understanding between the pair of the wickets. From the moment he played that delivery, you can see that he indicated he wanted to come back for 2. He pushed the first single hard, which allowed him to get that opportunity to turn and come back. And Jonathan Fu just switching ends, possibly to see if he can get the batsman to hit to the side of the ground, which is a bit bigger. We note that we are actually playing on the pitch that's furthest to, it'll be the right of your screen.
Jonathan Fu generally is a low trajectory bowler. He darts them in good areas. He also is a very good batter himself, so he's a great ability to read or preempt what the batters are thinking, try to outsmart them. He's very good at that. His first 2 overs were pretty expensive. Obviously, bowling in power play is a challenge against good players.
Yeah, at this point in time, Fu certainly is doing a good job for his team. In the first game, in fact, he was the wicket keeper. And you can see that delivery getting a bit of turn. He, in fact, put some flight on it instead of just pushing it through the air, which we have seen in the previous deliveries. So there is a bit of turn and purchase on offer.
His more turn this time into the pitch. It wasn't a flight, but into the pitch and still got turn.
I think he actually dragged that one down, as you can see, a bit quicker through the action, but still getting that turn, which can, those deliveries are never easy to play. They might seem as if they're too short or a long hop in that extent, but can easily be skied and mistimed.
Nicely played. The construction of the over for Jonathan Fu is that he mixes the flighted deliveries with the real quick ones. Most of his deliveries are quicker ones, but then in between he just tries his flighted delivery every now and then, since the wicket has help. This one has been cracked. Chase is on. Good work in the deep. It's very close to that rope over there. It was smart enough to just pull the ball back into the field of play. This is good work in the deep.
Yeah, good feeling attempt. As you can see, he was reaching close to the boundary rope and just had to ensure that with the dive forward, he wasn't going to get into contact with it. So at the end of 8 overs, 68 for a loss of 1, Knight Riders United continuing along nicely. As we take a look at the graphic, first wicket falling with 21 runs on the board. That of the captain, Nitish Kumar, caught on bold. Raj Nanan having that lone wicket at this stage.
Off the edge. Didn't carry to the fielder at backward point. Jonathan Fu lurking there. More turn there. Very enticing flighted delivery.
Really nice loop on the ball from Patel. And a similar type of delivery, but on this occasion, a bit too full. Ball not given an opportunity to turn and played nicely down to long off a single by Trump.
Yeah, this is the steady phase. And like we were mentioning earlier, that they're just picking whatever's on offer, not trying extravagantly hard to create something of their own. Well, as I speak, he did that, but he got lucky. Really charged down the wicket. Probably a premeditated stroke because it wasn't there. Very lucky.
That delivery, in fact, just kept a tad bit low compared to the previous ones.
Bowled him. This time a quicker delivery. And this time Patel didn't need any help because he hit the bullseye behind his legs. Lahiro Milanta walked too far across and lost his leg stump.
Faster and quicker. And you can see from the point in time which Patel released the ball, the leg stump was already exposed. And Melantha, rehearsing that shot where he tried to play a bit of a paddle, scoop to the leg side. Unfortunately, it was too quick and deceived him, and his leg stump was tumbled over. Fall of the second wicket, 69 for 2. Melantha, the set batsman, has to depart, and a very welcome breakthrough for the Samp Army at this stage.
Chaitanya Bishnoi, the new batter. Another left-hander sent in. just to keep that combination. And Lahiro Milanta, the left-hander, replaced by another left-hander. And change of angle there from Jaidev Patel. Nice start from Bishnoi.
Yeah, good start from Vishnu indeed. Just waited on that delivery. Timing is very key on these sort of surfaces, Shah, in terms of the bogs and the turn factors just being difficult for the batsman. And again, as you can see, that delivery just kept a bit extra low for Trump's liking, and rightfully so. He played it cautiously on the front foot and completes the ninth over, 71 for the loss of 2.
Joseph was very expensive. Raj Ninan got a wicket, but he went for 18. But then Jonathan Fu and Jaidev Patel really put the brakes on the scoring. Fu, especially in the third over of his spell, he will continue and finish off his work with the ball.
It's cut away nicely, but straight to the fielder at the point region. Fu completing his spell. Great work indeed. One of his overs went for 12, and the other two very miserly for 2 and 7.
Oh, look at that turn. He threw it way outside the off stump, and it came back a long way. Look at that. Wow.
Almost chopping it on there, Trump. Good bonks as well. Fu with some height, add an extra factor to that off spin.
Quicker
Just
delivery, nicely thumped down. Joshua Trump has been there for 17 deliveries. He's batting on 16. Like I said, in this middle phase, they've been rebuilding. They had a great start in the power play. They were 53 after 6 overs. So a bit of a lull, but like I said, they didn't try extravagantly, or well, when they did, it didn't really come off for Lahira Milanta. Joshua Trump really hasn't tried to go. He's just been playing within himself. Up to the halfway stage, it'll be interesting to see how they come up with in the second half. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder.
excellent running from the pair. Played it straight to the fielder, but immediately the call was yes. And at the moment the non-striker took off, there's no doubt that he would have reached in safely. I like the approach of Trump in this innings because we have seen him try to be very aggressive at the start in the previous games. This instance, and again, just looking to rotate the strike, maintain a strike rate of a runner ball, and there's no doubt that he can look to increase his attacking shots coming to the end. You see a shot there, very talented young fast bowler from Samp Army, Liam Manchan. Shall we see him feature in the attack shortly?
Off the QN. Once again, didn't come on at all. Another good over from Jonathan Fu. Quite one. And the Knight Riders at the halfway stage, 74 for 2.
Fu completing his spell of 4 overs, 24 without loss for him.
So 74 for 2, 10 gone. Just about the halfway stage. Raj Nanan, the left arm spinner, gets another ball. Down to about 60 balls remaining. Trump has batted well into the offside. Can pass Aaron Jones, who's had a very good CPL. I'm joining the box. Privileged to be a part of the proceedings here. And Tarali Khan, we talked about the experience that you have brought to the box. We're down to the last 10 overs.
Yeah, to talk about Joshua Trump's experience because he's been batting well, but it's been on a slowish innings, especially this one, realizing the fact that probably uh, he feels that as he bats along and bats deeper, this surface will get better for batting. We'll have to wait and see because he's picked up 18 of 20 deliveries, so he can't really get out at this stage of the game. Important for Samp Army to ensure that somehow they can manage to tighten things up.
Yeah, you're right on that. They've enjoyed one of their better power plays in the 3 matches that they've played so far. Coming into this last six of the teams, Atar Ali Khan, we've seen teams struggling to really put big scores in the 6 over phase. They got 53 today. Looking to go through the onside, doesn't go too well. Big appeal, could be leg by.
Yeah, wickets in hand can also play to the team's advantage batting wise, and they'll be hoping this pair, Joshua and Chaitanya, to ensure that they can get in and obviously put the foot on the accelerator at some stage.
Yeah, ball tugged into the onside. Fielder comes around. Hemraj, it's very good on the far side. Picks up a couple of runs. Good looking shot from Trump.
Yeah, Trump's looking a little bit more comfortable here. Nice looking shot down the ground, and I think he has to play a bigger role here. And his team, Knight Riders, will be hoping that they can do that because it's a good start. 20 of 21 now.
Yeah, we've seen a good over here from Raj Nanan. It comes to an end. So 11 gone, 79 for 2. So back to the Atlanta Open. We're down to the last 6 teams. And we saw yesterday, Mr. Khan, when we went to sleep, 3 teams locked on 6 points. It was just a matter of net run rate that separated the 3 teams. The Knight Riders, of course, getting a chance to play Samp Army based on third and sixth. But we still got a couple of big teams. Atlanta Fire at the top of the order, and then of course Clarion Eagles. They'll play tomorrow. 79 for 2 here, 54 balls still to be bowled. We've seen a couple of wickets fall, that of Nitish Kumar and Milanta, who really batted well. I thought he was using the slow nature of the pitch to get under the ball, and a couple of shots in the backward square area were a treat to watch. Into the offside. That's a lovely looking shot. Rajna comes around. Get hands to the ball. Has he taken the catch? He may have, because Joshua Trump is walking, and that's a well-judged catch from Raj Nanan, 79 for 3.
And it's Joshua Trump. Remember, he's the one who looked set and he wanted to hit it out of the ground. That is a terrific catch. At one stage, it was looking that it was going away from him, but that is he's dived to perfection to the left and picks a beauty. Look at that catch. Wow. It's a big wicket because that is of Joshua Trump. He has to depart. So wicket number 3 goes. It's 79 for 3.
So Matthew Thrum comes to the middle. We've seen a couple of wickets now from Jaydev Patel, another left arm spinner in the same mold as Raj Nanan, and there's still Chandrapal Hemraj to come. So flooded with that left arm spin.
Absolutely. I mean, what a catch. What a catch. And that can change the complexion of the game. Having someone like Joshua Trump to bat through the innings, but that bat deeper so they could score more. But now 2 new batters in the middle. So it's important for Aaron Jones, the skipper of Samp Army, to put a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, we got 53 balls remaining. Jaydev has picked up his second wicket, 2 for 11 so far. We've also seen one from Raj Nanan who took a brilliant catch to dismiss Joshua Trump. So the boys are fighting back. And we talked about the standing. Samp Army probably just squeezed into that number 6 position. And it all comes down to this phase, Mr. Khan, which it all matters now. It's a different tournament.
Absolutely right, Lenny. And remember, the next game is also a big one between the Kingsmen. The winners go and play the semi-final.
Yeah, we've seen Atlanta Fire and Clarion Eagles based on how well and impressive they've played. They've got a day off, missing one round. Driven into the offside. Matthew gets off the mark, and we come down to 51 balls remaining.
Yeah, they need to get this pair get going because if you look at the 80 for 3 with 7 wickets in hand, they've got still got a lot of overs to bat around with. Well, someone has to take a little bit more responsibility. And there's a left and right hand combination in the middle for Knight Riders.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of times. There's a cheeky single. We'll run in the end as the ball goes out to the captain, Aaron Jones. But we've seen the Knight Riders is this competition 129 in their first match. Then another time they were just chasing 72, so never had a chance to really pile on the scores. We saw yesterday big super over 143, 143. So they've really picked things up. And how important is Norman Anwar missing out from this Knight Riders lineup?
Yeah, I think he's gone back, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But yes, he's picked last match that he played. He picked up a 50. So yeah, important player missing out. But yeah, you've got to look at what you have in front of you rather than think about, oh, he could have been here, he should have been here. Important for them to realize the fact that
Into the onside, put down. So a chance off the bat of Bishnoi into the hands of the fielder, and he puts it down.
straight in, straight out. I mean that should have been grabbed because they took a really good catch earlier in this over. And I will look at that. He was well in position, goes down, and somehow does not get to hold on to it. Yeah, very good over. Could have been even better. It's 83 for 3.
Yeah, should have been 83 for 4. Might have been 82 for 4. So the action continues. Raj Nanan, and we come down to 48 balls. I'm sitting beside test cap number, well, one day international cap number 13, Mr. Khan. And I was just looking up some records. I see that 19 one day international, and it's ironic that you've played against the US. And I'll tell you a little bit back in those days when the United States played at the ICC trophy level.
Mm-hmm.
And that just goes to show how far the United States were at one time. We were in the same group, played in the same settings with the likes of Bangladesh, Kenya, Sri Lanka at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, in those days, the ICC trophy was our target to go and win it and qualify for the World Cup, for the one-day international games in the World Cup. And we did manage to do that after a while. 1997, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where we went on to become champions, beating Kenya in the finals. We actually qualified in the game before that when we beat Scotland. But we just wanted to make sure that we come out tops. I still remember our coach, Sir Gordon Greenwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, back in those days, the US had people like Derek Kalicharan, Garfield Wildman, Denny was another player who played around that time. Ball turned into the onside. We come down to 45 balls remaining here. They're going just about 7 runs and over. We've seen a good spell from Raj Nanan, 1 for 25 so far. We've seen very good left arm spin from Jaidev Patel and Raj Nanan. Between them, they've really gone tidy.
I think Nitish Kumar will need to look at what the bowlers are trying to do here. It's the spin who which is putting a little bit more pressure. So it's important not just for Nitish Kumar, but also for the rest of the teams to realize the fact that the spin is playing a bigger part here. So maybe include more spinners in your 11, playing 11.
So top edge into the onside, falls safely. And another single here for the Knight Riders United. Having been sent in, still batting to come. Ali Sheikh, Russian Primus, who's been at the back end, really. They'll be looking that he can really strike the ball when it comes down to the last maybe 20, 25 balls.
Yeah, 7 wickets in hand, but even if you don't manage to pick up a boundary, you need to look to rotate strike. You need to look to pick up singles of every delivery. Just like that.
So the 13th over comes to a close. It's 88 for 3, 42 balls remaining. So 13 gone, 88 for 3. And we've seen very good left arm spin as Jaydev Patel will continue. He will finish up here. He's picked up a couple of wickets already.
He could have had one more added to his tally of wickets.
Yeah, we've seen also Keon Joseph. We've seen Jonathan Foody off spinner. We've seen an over from Shadley Van Skalkwyk. So the bowling has really been good. It's been solid, and it will probably come down to the remaining 42 balls where they can end here.
This is a good move. After a long discussion now, Aaron Jones has decided that, okay, maybe a good idea to bring himself on in the slip squadron. We'll have to wait and see whether he stays in the slip squadron, because I think they need one here, because it just the run rate at the moment is less than 7 runs in an over.
Yeah, starts well is Jaydev Patel. He's one of the players who appeared on the minor league stage. Minor league, you may have heard, came to an end last week. He played for one of the East team, the same team that Jesse Singh plays on. Team called Stallions from the New Jersey area. Him and Deep Kumar Patel are from that unit. He's a quality spinner. Oh, into the onside. Fielder settles under it. Takes the catch. Chandrapal Hemraj with all the ease in the world. And the 4th wicket goes down. It's 89 for 4.
Yeah, he picks up his 3rd wicket. Well, it was important for the left-hander to play the big shot. He went for it, but not enough legs. Straight into the hands. That's a good wicket. Applying the pressure, putting a slip in place and applying the pressure, and it gets rewarded. He departs. It's now Knight Riders 89 for 4.
So we come down to 40 balls remaining. Ali Sheikh comes out to the middle. Another young player who's done well. Came back from Bermuda just about a couple of weeks ago. Part of the ICC Americas development program, in which the United States will send teams to Bermuda. So he's just come back from that trip. Ali Sheikh, one of the top all-rounder. He's another lefty. Slow left arm orthodox, can really hit the ball. And I get the feeling, Mr. Khan, that he comes in here with 40 balls remaining with him and Russian Primus towards the back end. This could be the momentum that Knight Riders will need coming down to this last set of overs.
Yeah, you cannot afford to get out, I can tell you that. They'll be eyeing, because Jaydev Patel has bowled beautifully in his last over, and he's picked up already 3 for 16. So he needs to be a little bit watchful here. You don't want to get out, because he needs to get off strike. I think it's important for him to just get off strike and get the non-striker back on strike. You don't want to take any chances against someone like Jaydev Patel, who's bowled beautifully.
Yeah, 3 for 16 so far. And they've really bowled well. If they can contain Knight Riders here to just about 140, it's going to be a very good chase here for the Samp Army.
Samp Army has also been struggling with the bat. Don't forget the fact that they managed to score only 59 in that last match, chasing 181. Was against Atlanta Fire.
Yeah, doesn't time it well is Matthew Trump. Pick up a single, hands a strike over to the left-handed Ali Sheikh, we're down to the last six. Saw yesterday Atlanta Fire and Clarion Eagles taking the number 1 and 2 spot and down to number 3. The team batting here. And they take on number 6, Samp Army. Still another game to come. The two Kingsmen brand will clash. Mr. Khan, what we saw last year at the Atlanta Open, we saw the Kingsmen X, Kingsmen, they were into the semifinal last year. So getting a chance to see probably a repeat of 2023. 14th over comes to a close. It's 91 for 4. 36 balls remaining.
That's a great over. That's a lovely over. Hardly gave anything away and also managed to pick up a wicket. What a spell, Jaydev Patel. 3 for 18 in 4.
Yeah, he's bowled well. We've seen very good bowling also from the other left arm spin of Raj Nanan. He picked up 1. And between them, they've accounted for all the wickets so far. It's over to the Knight Riders now to see what they can get from the remaining 6 overs. Looks like Chandrapal Hemraj, another lefty, has been given the ball. So left arm spin seems to be working, Mr. Khan, and why not? Another one comes in. This time, Chandrapal Hemraj.
Well, that's the way to go about it because you've seen the pitch, you've seen the batters getting a bit of a more pressure against the spinners, struggling to rotate strike, struggling to pick up boundaries, and then why not? That's the reason why I said a little while earlier, teams will need to look at this and looking at the combination of when they play their next match, maybe an extra spinner just might come in handy.
So Hemraj starts, ball stroked into the offside. We've only seen Keon Joseph, the only pacer seaman that has been used so far. His solitary over went for 13. Other than that, they've thrown the ball to the likes of Jonathan Fu, the off spinner. In fact, Shadley Van Shawsquick bowled 1 over of medium stuff. Yeah. So apart from that, all the overs have gone to the spinners. We've seen 3 left arm spinner. Ball cut away into the offside, and we come down to what? 34 balls, Mr. Khan.
And it has worked in his favor. Samp Army, the skipper, Aaron Jones, will be quite pleased to see what has happened. But these last few overs will be crucial, especially for Knight Riders, because they would be looking to pick up boundaries. How do they do that?
Yeah, not a good delivery. Can't score. And we come down to 33 balls remaining.
It could have just gone on to hit the stumps because there was an inside edge and he was out of his crease. There was an opportunity for a stumping also. Didn't pick it up, keeper.
Yeah, we saw Sneh Patel during the earlier part. Really misjudged a flighted ball that had Milanta running down. Lucky for him, it was the next ball Milanta got out. It's a ball into the offside. Keon Joseph off the balloon, and they go through for 1. Still a very good over here from Hemraj.
The problem is that it's difficult for the batters to look to pick up boundaries when the spin is on. But once you have the left-hander, especially when a left-arm orthodox is bowling to a left-hander batter, then you're eyeing the onside area. You got to get that elevation and strong hands.
Yeah, another single. This over has gone pretty well for the Samp Army in form of Hemraj. He's only given up 4. We've got a final ball coming up. Trump and Ali Sheikh out in the middle. 2 relatively new batter. And you get a feeling if there's one batter out there, Mr. Khan, that probably can take on the spinner, it has to be the left-hander with the ball bowling into their zone. Here we go. Big shot from Matthew Trump. And that's gone a long way. That's gone for 6.
Now, what about the right-hander? Brings up the 100 with that massive 6 down the ground. What a lovely shot. Dancing shoes he's got on. Goes down the track and slams it over the top. Dead straight. 6 to finish the over. 101 for 4.
in hand. Matthew Trump is batting on 14 of 12 deliveries. This can really go pear-shaped for Samp Army from here if they don't keep their wits about themselves. Very, very crucial phase of this knockout game. Now or never for both teams. Shadley, when score quick, starts off with a cutter into the pitch and smashed. There was a fielder there on the deep. He took him on and he cleared him. Ali Sheikh.
Excellent looking shot there from Ali Sheikh. Just waited on the delivery and timed it to perfection. And you can definitely see from that signal of intent, I think these last 5 overs, Shah, they're going to look to increase the scoring rate just above 7 at this stage. Might probably want to get up to about 8 or 9.
And another one that has traveled in almost a similar direction. Ali Sheikh probably know a thing or two about Shadley when score quick. Now that's back-to-back sixes.
Well, when it's nice, you do it twice. And this time he did it even better. First delivery was in that same leg side direction. This time he got a better connection in terms of the ball flying over the ropes quite easily. And again, you can see him just waiting on the ball because it's not coming with any express pace from this fast bowler. Instead, it's just sitting up in the pitch and allowing him to time that ball and execute the shot to his liking.
Just a real jog from when score quick in his run-up. I've seen him bowl with better rhythm. Hides the ball outside the off stump and given wide. Just a little bit of an argument with the umpire, Brian Kane. All in good spirit, just trying to find out if the batter had moved across and he had that extra bit of margin, which Brian Kane suggested no, he did not.
Well, that's one of the usual strategies you see in modern T20 formats where the bowlers try to go very close to that wide line outside of the off stump of the batsman. So on that occasion, a bit too far, signaled rightfully by the umpire.
This one is squeezed out.
Just using his
Single.
feet, shuffling
Yeah.
across and just played it nice into the offside. So
Yeah, your defensive bowling skills really required to be at your best. Just checking the options that skipper Aaron Jones has left himself. All the spin options are gone. All the spinners have bowled their 3 overs unless Jones decide to roll his arm over. Little wrist spin that he bowls himself. Not very often, it must be said. He was part of the Atlanta Fire. We used to see him bowl pretty frequently, but of late, haven't seen much of him with the ball. So pace on the ball is something that the batters would really like. And the ball, Hemraj still rolled his arm over for 1 over. Went for 10 as well. So be very interesting to see what Aaron Jones chooses in terms of the options for the remaining 4 overs. This has been very expensive from when score quick. 16 of it already.
yeah, well, he definitely has gone to spin as his main trump card. Hemraj with 3 overs left, but the first one was a bit expensive, so interesting to see if he'll be given another opportunity. In addition to that, he also has the option of the young fast bowler Liam Mampchan, who bowls a lot of cutters and varieties. So on a pitch like this, might be a very good option to look towards if he just wants to keep the batsman thinking instead of using the same bowlers and getting them accustomed. I think after what we have seen from Van Skolkik, it definitely seems as if they are taking a liking to his style of bowling from the 2 overs that he has gone through with thus far.
Yeah, you can bowl those variations, but if you don't bowl them in the right area, you will travel like when Scott will tell you the way he went for the 2 sixes to start out the over. This one's thumped straight back. Just a hand from when Scott quick, another single, but still will signal a very, very good over for the Knight Riders. 16 gone, 119 for 4.
Knight Riders definitely up in the tempo. 4 overs remaining in the innings. Score presently 119 for 4. I'm sure they'd look to be setting a target of around that 160 to 180 mark. Again, as we mentioned before, a very potent bowling lineup, the Knight Riders United. So whatever score they set for Samp Army to chase, they would back themselves to defend it. However, take nothing away from the batting prowess of the Samp Army members as well. So both teams are very evenly balanced, and it seems as if it's going to be Keon Joseph to continue the attack.
Hats off to our production crew. Really doing a sterling job. Enhanced coverage for this later half of Atlanta Open T20. Everybody has been on cue and on spot. So enjoy these pictures coming your way from the Paramveer Sports Complex in Rydal. Top edge. And taken. Brilliantly taken. Shadley went score quick. And a wicket, a very, very timely wicket. And that too of Ali Sheikh.
That wicket would do wonders for the Samp Army coming down to the latter stages of this innings. The delivery didn't really get as much bunks as you would have anticipated on a top edge from the batsman. Comfortable catch in the end. He did have to go a bit to his right, and the ball was traveling backwards, but very good catch indeed. And 119 for 5 at this stage.
Winner. No. Hero with the ball and the bat from last night. Roshan Primus has made his way to the middle after getting hit for 2 consecutive boundaries with only 2 needed of 2 deliveries. He pulled the game back 2 super over last night, and when it came to batting, he was the one who struck the winning hit.
Primus is certainly one of the main members of this Knight Riders United team. Very much dependent on him with bat and ball as well as in the field. He took some comfortable catches with those big bucket hands and affectionately known as prime time from Barbados.
It could be prime time here if he gets going. He found the middle of the bat on the first delivery, although it was a very, very good delivery. Still squeezed it out very nicely.
Right on cue. I mean, you can just hear the sound of the ball leaving the bat, hitting the middle. Very confident stroke first up. And I'm really excited to see what Primus can do in these last few overs. Certainly doesn't need long to get himself set into the crease.
All these middle order finishers, they come out ready these days. Extra bounce, extra kick chance there, but Primus got in between the stumps and Joseph. Didn't allow him a free sight of the stumps.
Almost a test match like delivery from Joseph, forcing the batsman to defend. And Trump paying due respect. I think the ball, in fact, just rushed onto him. It was a bit slower. Maybe he have attempted a pull shot in that case, but sensible batting on that occasion. Knows that he has to stay to the end for his team with Primus.
Up and over shots of catch it, but it will be away from the fielder. It's a crucial phase of the game, Keshav, because Primus in and he could really make a telling difference to this total. 121, decent so far. The pitch has been pretty good. You can see better idea of the bounce from side on angle.
Yeah, almost head height. An excellent shot there as well from the cameraman. Really great coverage live from the Paramveer Sports Complex.
Chance. Oh, we'll have to wait and see if Primus had got in. Must have been very close.
Seems to have missed just by a couple of inches. Nice pickup and throw, good momentum, and Primus would have been gone. He didn't ground his bat early enough.
Had to go around Joseph, just change his path a little bit, and then that made him cover longer distance. Wow, could have been very close. Owen Brown would have been called into action. This one is flashed away. That's the boundary for the over that the Knight Riders needed. This time is Matthew Trump. Really got onto it. Width was on offer, but the connection was very solid and the placement even better. 17 gone, 126 for 5.
Excellent execution of that shot from Trump. Couple deliveries in the over. He played down to that extra cover region, but Rajnanan was positioned almost dead center on this occasion, just placing it wide of him and with enough pace so that Nanan had no chance to stop that delivery.
Pretty good over from Joseph, ruined by that boundary. 7 of it. Eventually, still, I don't think that Samp Army will be very disappointed with it because at this stage, run a ball or just better, probably they won't mind, especially with two big hitters or two very, very capable batters in the middle. Matthew is well set, 17 deliveries. Wentz call quick. Goes for the full Yorker. Fine leg is up in the ring. Aaron Jones will come around and cut off the boundary.
Yeah, just flicked down the leg side. There is protection. Jones coming from that backward square region. Fine leg is within the ring. So luckily for Samp Army, the ball didn't have enough pace on it to reach towards the ropes, but Primus would certainly enjoy pace on the ball here.
Full toss. You'd feel he missed out on it. Probably done by the change of pace. Still, they went crossed over for a single. Leg by signal by Brian Kane.
Yeah, well, at this stage, I think they'll be looking to get a single off every ball, and you can see just from that full toss looping and dipping, definitely a change of pace from the bowler. And knowing that Primus would have liked anything with pace on, decided to use that variation.
This time it's gone straight to Aaron Jones. The field is well set, although the fine leg is up in the ring, but that fielder at square leg is way behind square. That's why Jones could come around and prevent that boundary. In fact, on 2 occasions in this over. So the projected scores are reading at 149 at this stage. Could be very competitive, but the wicket as it is, it's probably played the best of all days so far in the first innings, and with the sun, it may get even better. Although I have to say, Keshav, I know you got cold yesterday. It's pretty nippy this morning. Even the sun, it doesn't feel very hot when you're out in the sun.
Well, despite the brilliant sunshine that we are seeing here live from the Paramount Sports Complex, there is certainly a lot of wind around. You know that it's a very picturesque venue. Lots of flora and fauna, lovely trees and mountains, beautiful scenic.
Oh, this has gone straight up. A slight misjudgment. You'd feel that the fielder was on his heels. He picked it up late in the blue skies and bright sunshine, and always was a step behind, and in the end, he shelled it.
Yeah, just a bit of mistiming from the fielder. Ball did go a long way up in the air, and by the time he reached it, was dipping very low. Wasn't able to catch the ball.
It's been pulled into the gap. This time it's a good bit of fielding in the deep. Rajnanan is very, very good fielder. Very quick across the turf. Prevents the boundary. But yeah, he's the man who's disappointed with the drop.
Yeah, Jaidev Patel, after an excellent bowling spell, I'm sure he sets much higher standards for himself in the field. But I'm sure he'd look forward to putting that behind him as 18 overs have gone. 134 for 5. 2 left in this innings. Take a look at one of our cameramen poised on the podium.
The measure of the breeze that we were talking about. He's up there, right up there, but he's got a big top on, the hoodie, keeping him warm. Probably up there, the wind is a little bit more chilly. 2 to go. Trump has gone big. Is it big enough? Yes, it is. What a connection. Matthew Trump, who spent some time in the middle, really cashing in now.
That ball traveled from field one over to field two, just to give you an indication of the magnitude of that six. And Trump certainly, after facing 20 deliveries already, his eyes would be set in. Joseph a bit too full on that occasion, and allowing Trump to play that stroke with quite some ease. You can see that ball going over the fence of field number one. Joseph set to running again, but umpire just has to check the ball given the fact that it left field one's parameters.
Struggling. He's a young man, Babu. He struggled over the fence. I'll have a word with him when I see him. Is it short and wide and gone? Couldn't get over the head of Shadley Wentz Colquitt. He's a tall boy. Got his hands well above his head and took the catch. An important wicket at this late stage because Trump could really have made a difference. He's now departed for 29.
You can see that the height of this ball certainly gave Trump an indication that he could have cut it. However, cut it straight to the fielder at that point region, and a really comfortable catch in the end. And you can just see from the reaction of the Samp Army team after that wicket, they are very, very focused here, and no real celebration and no real huddle coming in together. Everyone is just sending their support and encouraging their teammates to finish strongly. Doing well to pull back the Knight Riders United from the explosive start that they had. Remember, at the end of the power play, the score was 53 for the loss of 1.
Still 10 deliveries to go. Sohail Khan is the new man in. Big hitter. Doesn't take much time. Doesn't need a look in. That's the maximum of the first delivery for big Sohail Khan.
Wonderful shot from Sohail Khan. And you can just see from the size of the character, definitely he can clear those boundary ropes with some ease. That one was into the slot. And a really majestic stroke.
Well, I can tell you something about Sohail Khan. He's a man for action. He's all action. With the bat, with the ball. He's an absolute character. Just loves his batting. Big swing and a miss.
Good.
And a fumble there from the wicketkeeper as well.
Slower delivery from Joseph. Despite missing out on that, good ball from Primus, the non-striker, to ensure that they continue to tick that score over.
These two big hitters in the middle, they can really make a difference in the remaining 8 deliveries because anything that they get hold of is not going to stay in the field of park, no matter how big the boundaries are. And we have pretty decent sized boundaries. These are good sized boundaries here at the Paramveers. But you can't do much with that. Wide Yorker, looking to clear his front leg Primus and get that swing away, but had no length to work with. And also the line was great because it was away from his hitting arc. Excellent bowling. It's a great contest.
Yeah, lots of intelligence on display from the bowler Keon Joseph, using all of his variations, subtle, slower deliveries, in fact, even the angle at which he's delivering at the crease.
Oh, that would have landed in card as well. We connected that one. The big swish from the big boy. No contact. 19 gone. Good comeback from Joseph. 147 for 6.
Looks like it's going to be one call kick to go the last over. 3 overs, none for 31 on this stage. A bit expensive, given that the run rate is just below 8, and he's going at an economy of 10 runs per over. Sure, he'd want to improve on that in this final over. The Knight Riders United, on the other hand, they would want to exploit any of the opportunities that he gives them.
Well, fine leg is up, square leg is up as well. Be very careful with his lines. Sohail Khan try to get funky. Like I told you before, Keshav takes his batting seriously and thinks he can do anything with the bat.
You did say he's a very exciting character and a man for all occasions. And just looking at that shot from a fast bowler who typically he would not expect to play those newly innovative T20 shots, it just shows you the confidence that Khan has in his abilities.
Oh, he has plenty of confidence. But excellent bowling from Vance Colquitt. This time it's a slow delivery. Down on his knees is Sohail Khan. What is he thinking? He doesn't normally think a lot. He just instinctively plays. This was the first delivery. You see how confused he was with his footwork, but he still wasn't shy to try. Primus will be frustrated down at the non-striker end because it's the third delivery of the over. He also wants to be on strike and have some piece of the action.
As you mentioned that, I think after 2 dot deliveries, Khan might be encouraged to just look to at least get a single, if not a maximum. Get Primus on strike.
Yeah, he just does that, and that's probably the good result for Knight Riders because Primus is also in good hitting form. But when Skolka is a very experienced bowler, and he's got great defensive bowling skills. He's not looking to bowl quick at this stage. With a slightly older ball, he's looking for those fuller lengths, but with change of pace. The dipping slow delivery is not allowing the batters any length. But he has got to be spot on every single occasion because if he misses his length, he will be traveling. Promise got underneath it, just off the outside half of the bat. Will come back for the second.
Keeper unfortunately didn't collect the ball cleanly enough. Tried to do a quick collect and return to the stumps, but
This will give you a good idea. He's trying to flap the ball back onto the stumps.
yeah, just one of those instinct and reflex movements. At least it didn't lead to overthrow, which is a positive he can take from that.
150 in the meantime has been brought up. Another brilliant Yorker. Sohail Khan wants a run. Shadley is not really keen on running him out. This was superb delivery. Angling in, not giving him the room, but look at the length. Right in the block hole.
Really couldn't do anything about that delivery, Primus. He was just setting his stance. And you can see, backing away, setting himself for that powerful shot, but that ball was on our wrong Yorker length, pitching right at the crease. And Primus, no real movements or any opportunities to play that shot.
Full toss. It's gone miles up. It's not gone far enough though. Will it be taken? Oh, look at that. He's made an absolute meal of it. Raj Ninan, who's generally a good fielder, really misjudged it badly. And a couple of runs will close out the innings for the Knight Riders.
You see Nanan just signaling to the sky as if he lost the ball in the air. Not seeing any real cloud cover, but maybe just the height of the ball and probably the direction of the sun gave him some difficulties. But the positive is that at least it didn't go for 4 and only 2 runs conceded. So at the end of 20 overs, Knight Riders United 153 for the loss of 6. Run rate of 7.65 means that the Samp Army would require 154 runs for victory as we take a look at the batting scorecard.
He got off to a steady start. Nitish Kumar with 10, but Lahiro Milantha really fired through the power play. Good support from Joshua Trump in the beginning, but then the inning stalled a little bit towards those middle overs Matthew Trump and Ali Sheikh gave some momentum towards the end. Sohail Khan and Roshan Primus tried their best, but they could only get 101 run in the last 14 overs, finishing off with 153 for 6 after their 20 wickets there for Jaidev Patel. He was the pick, 3 for 18 of his 4. The spinners generally bowled well. Jonathan Fu went pretty well for his 4 overs, none for 24. 2 wickets for Keon Joseph, who made a good comeback after an expensive first over.
Yeah, just to note the fall of the wickets. First wicket fell at 21, that of the captain Nitish Kumar. Second wicket at 69, third wicket at 79, fourth wicket at 89, the fifth wicket at 119, and the sixth wicket fallen at the score of 140. So a steady flow of wickets throughout the innings is causing some difficulties for the batsmen to continue that momentum, but a very exciting first innings indeed, and we look forward to the run chase by the Samp Army.
Absolutely a very challenging total, and the run chase could be equally exciting as well. Some more exciting cricket coming your way from Paramveer Sports Complex. Now we'll just take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase in just a few minutes.
We're here at the mid innings. It's Samp Army versus Night Riders, and I have with me Jadav Patel. Jadav, कैसा लग रहा है? आपने 3 विकेट्स भी लिए हैं. I think maybe आप चाहते हैं कि थोड़ा ज्यादा रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर ले, लेकिन 153 बना है.
ऑब्वियसली प्लेऑफ में ऐसा परफॉर्म करना एनी प्लेयर के लिए अच्छा ही लगता है और बेसिकली पिच थोड़ा हेल्पफुल था बट या वी कैन रिस्ट्रिक्ट थोड़ा कम में कर सकते थे हम. आई फील 10-12 रन ज़्यादा है एट पार बट लेट्स सी और हमारे बैट्समैन कैसे करते हैं सेकंड इनिंग में एंड आई एम श्योर वी कैन गेट दिस थ्रू.
आई थिंक yesterday से विकेट मतलब क्या लग रहा है? थोड़ा सा चेंज आई थिंक थोड़ी सी बेटर हुई है.
या डेफिनेटली आज थोड़ा बेटर है बट स्टिल थोड़ा बहुत ग्रिप कर रहा है बट कल से तो काफ़ी बेहतर है. सो आज अच्छा होपफुली आफ्टर द रोलिंग अच्छा खेलेगी. लेट्स सी.
और सैम्प आर्मी का टूर्नामेंट वैसे तो अच्छा स्टार्ट हुआ था, लेकिन yesterday बैटिंग में थोड़ी सी कोलैप्स हो गई थी, फिर इनिंग्स रीबिल्ड नहीं कर पाए, तो काफी ज्यादा मार्जिन से हारे थे. तो क्या टीम टॉक्स थी कि आज के मैच में कैसे जाना है, क्योंकि अब आपको वापस से चेस करना है टोटल.
सो आवर कीपर जॉन्सी इज वेरी चिल गाय. सो उसने ऐसा ही कुछ टीम टॉक में ऐसा ही बोला कि लेट्स हैव फन एंड चेज द टोटल इजीली. कल शायद एक दो डिसीजन हमारे फेवर में भी नहीं थे तो शायद उसका भी एक रीजन हो सकता है कि हमारा कलेप्स भी हुआ. एंड या एज यू सेड के थोड़ा बिल्डअप हो सकता था बट लेट्स सी आज अच्छा हो जाएगा हमारे लिए. आई एम प्रीटी श्योर.
एज अ बॉलर आपने विकेट्स भी लिए, तो क्या लग रहा है बैट्समैन के लिए क्या टिप्स होगी, क्योंकि उनकी बॉलिंग लाइनअप भी काफी अच्छी है.
पार्टनरशिप करना पड़ेगा डेफिनेटली बिकॉज इतना इजी भी नहीं है तुरंत जाके रन मारने के लिए. सो बैट्समैन को देखना पड़ेगा कि एक छोटा मोटा पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड करे एंड फिर कोई भी एक एंकर करके इनिंग को लेके जाए.
Well done with the wickets. Hopefully the team is able to chase it on. All the best.
थैंक यू सो मच.
So we're back with the chase. 154 needed from 120 balls. Things are on the way here. We've seen Chandrapal Hemraj, as expected, gone to the middle. And we'll pick up the other man 22 yards away. I'm joined again alongside Atar Ali Khan, 154. Could be a good score.
Leonard, it could be a good score, but it depends on how they start. Leonard Achaibar, good to be with you here. Yeah, I think 150 can. It's a decent score, but I also have a feeling that the surface, the pitch in the second half gets better for batting. That's one of the reasons why we've seen number of captains winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. But yeah, 52 runs in the last five, ensuring that they get across 150. So always a bit of a scoreboard pressure. It'll all depend how well they bowl in the first 6 overs. I think you talk about power play, you talk about scoring, but also the fact that the bowlers have a big challenge here because they don't want to really give away too many runs and also try to pick up wickets. We'll see how it goes. Samp Army will need to be really at their best. The last time they batted here, 59 bowled out.
So here we go. Asif starts. Ball on target. Hemraj into the offside, can't score, and things are on the way here. Very important game. We come out to the knockout phase, and 6 teams left in this battle. Later on, we'll see the Kingsmen brand. Kingsmen X will take on Kingsmen, and then, of course, tomorrow is the big semi-final. So much cricket. We come down to the business end. And you're watching Samp Army. They need 154 from 119 balls. Who made Asif? He's really bowled well in this series, and you get the feeling that while Sam depended so much on spin into the offside, and things are on the way here for Hemraj, running well. And Mr. Khan, we talked about how spin played an important part when Samp bowled. You get the feeling Knight Riders could depend on the like of Umair Asif, Sohail Khan, and the others with a lot more seam options.
Yeah, the kind of experience they have. I mean, obviously, Sohail Khan, former Pakistani international. Yes, I think with the kind of experience they have in the seam bowling attack, they'll probably be better off to depend on them because it all depends how many spinners you have in your team. I mean, what are the options that Knight Riders have? I'm sure they have a few spinners, but yes, they would want their seamers to bowl well, start well here.
So Jones comes out to open. And I think this is a very good move to put Jones back at the top of the order. And they've gone with Hemraj and Jones at the top.
I think it's a lot will depend on John the Ball Hemraj because he's the one who got his match 76 one of the matches. But remember, in the last couple of matches, they haven't scored too many. Against St. Louis, they bowled them out for 86, and then they lost 5 wickets to chase that 86 runs, 87 for 5 in 12.2 overs. Yes, they did manage to finish it out quickly, but in the they did lose those 5 wickets.
Yeah, defended. This is very good bowling from Umair Asif. He's made a good start. With just a couple of runs and 4 balls. Good start.
Yeah, Umair Asif was impressive in the last match and nice easy run up. Get close to the stumps to make sure that he cuts that angle, doesn't give too many width to the batter. So he started well. In the first 4 deliveries, he's just conceded 2 singles.
Yeah, we've seen very good pace bowling in this competition. And the ones that have really stood out to me, Mr. Khan, is the like of Isan Adil, Ziaul Haki on Joseph. Umair Asif is one of them. Cut away into the offside. Can't find the boundary and still a very good over here from Asif.
There was an opportunity for the batter, Chandapal, to put that away because it's the width. And once you do get any sort of width on either side of the wicket, you expect the batter to put it away. Cut that straight to the fielder at third. So again, just a single.
Yeah, very good start. They need 151. Just asking about 8 runs and over. And we talked about the availability of so many players coming into this tournament, and I'll tell you why. As Asif runs into bowl to Jones, could contest, all tangled up, can score. The first over comes to a close. It's a tidy one from Umaid Asif, only conceding 3. And after the first over, 3 for no loss. Just when you look at the Atlanta Open, Mr. Khan, we've seen a lot of influx of so many players coming into this tournament, and that is because minor league has just completed, CPL is just done. Rakim is here. Rashawn Primus, he's been part of the CPL squad. Aaron Jones being part of the CPL squad. The United States have come back on a Namibia expedition and then getting ready for Nepal. So everybody in the Atlanta Open.
Umaid Asif, even in that last match, the tied match they played and went to the super over, bowled 4 overs, picked up 2 for 16. Very impressive indeed. Imran Khan did not pick up a wicket. Sohail Khan also among the wickets, 2 for 23 in 4 overs. They've got some good options in terms of seam bowling.
Yes, speaking of Sohail Khan, he's been given the ball. He runs in from the far end. Seen a good start. Whacked into the onside, and that's 4 runs off the bat of Hemraj.
It's again the length. We spoke about it when they were bowling earlier on, Samp Army. Not the right length. The moment it's pitched short, the batter's eye lit up, and it's easy to put that away. It's a nice looking shot of the back foot on his back leg and whips it away for the boundary.
Yeah, we've seen these tracks here in Atlanta. Certainly not one of the quickest, and batters will relish the opportunity to come off the back foot, knowing that they could predict some of these bunks. And that's a lovely strike from Hemraj. Got a big knock during the course of the earlier game. Got what, 76 in one of the games? Again, similar shot, a repeat of what has happened to the first ball and consecutive 4 off the bat of Chandrapal Hemraj.
Yeah, 76 unbeaten against Carolina Smashers in just 38 deliveries. So he's the one that Knight Riders were looking to knock over. But a couple of poor deliveries to start with from Sohail Khan. Gets the treatment. Similar results, similar shots. So back-to-back boundaries. And the innings get going.
Yeah, a couple of lovely shots, similar balls from Sohail Khan. Certainly not a good start from him. Has betrayed the effort that Umaid Asif has made. Just conceded 3 off his first over. Seen a good knock. Through the offside, up and over, and make that 3 fours in a row. And things have started pretty well here for the Samp Army.
You can just look at the way he's handled himself. He's backing himself up. That's not a half volley. He stood and delivered. What a terrific shot on the offside. Yeah. Stand and deliver. Smash it over the fielder on the cover, over the cover, and it goes for another boundary. I think it's important for the seamers, especially seamers on this kind of a track, to take the pace off the ball because the batter will enjoy ball coming onto the bat.
So hitting through the line, a couple of 3 spanking fours in this over. What does Sohail Khan does after a quick start is Sam. Now going down the leg side. Will be called a wide. Umpire Brian Keane, who, by the way, comes from my area, from New York. Unlike the cricketers, Mr. Khan, who's traveled all across globally to come to this event, the umpires have traveled far and wide too.
And they've done well. They've done really well. Umpiring has been very good in this 2024 Atlanta Open T20.
Yeah, a lot of gone on with the umpiring panel in the last couple of years. Looking to go through the onside, taking the pace off of the ball. A little bit effective there, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go about it as a seamer. You need to understand the fact that the mindset that the batters are at in the middle, especially Chandrapal Hemraj, who smashed 3 of the first 3 delivery that he's faced. Now he's got a bit of a field adjustment. He's calling the fielder at third to come inside the circle and push one back at deep mid wicket.
So they're off to a really good start. We've seen 13 of this over, 3 fours, 1 wide, still a couple of balls remaining. And Hemraj looking to go through the onside again. Finds the man at fine leg, short fine leg, and can score a couple of good balls here. from Sohail Khan.
You're rolling the fingers over again, taking the pace of the ball. That's the idea. That's the idea. Not to let the batter feel that the ball is going to nicely come onto the bat. The first three deliveries were smashed. Two on the onside, the other on the offside. So he's come back good here. Sohail Khan.
So final ball, they've gone quickly up to 16 for no loss. You can see that on your screen there, going at about 8.7 and over. Still a long way to go. 138 still remaining, asking just about 7.5. Short, loopy short ball to great effect. In fact, wide is the call from umpire Brian Kane. So play will continue.
Yeah, not happy, Sohail Khan. He thought that he thought that the umpire could have avoided calling it a wide.
And he's been given the signal that he's used up that one short ball per over.
Well, I think he might be right there because he's unlucky to be called a wide because it was went just right by the shoulders and it was pretty close to the body and on the offside. You can understand if it's gone down the leg side, you call it a wide, but this was not.
How about him? So Sohail Khan finally gets his man and gets that reward. He won't matter that he is gone for 14, but Hemraj is gone.
Yeah, again, clever piece of bowling. The last three deliveries that he has bowled has been on a slower side. Once again, he does that slow delivery, taking the pace of the ball, just rolling the fingers over. There you go. It's from the back of the hand, and he didn't pick it up. Lovely delivery, and knocks over the stumps. Exactly what they wanted to do. After two, Samp Army, 17 for 1.
So Mohammed Usman comes to the middle. He joins Aaron Jones. We've seen an over from Sohail Khan that went for 14. Can't put a price on a wicket. And even if he has given up so many in that over, Mr. Khan, that wicket of Chandrapal Hemraj balances out.
It does. And you also need to understand the change of mindset from the bowler, Sohail Khan, after being smashed for 3 fours in the first three deliveries in that particular over. So you got to hand it over to Sohail Khan to change in terms of taking the pace off the ball and then also trying to bowl onto the stumps.
So Mohammed Usman comes to the middle, but Umaid Asif has made not a good start. And Aaron Jones has been quite defensive so far.
Well, good to see him come at the top of the order, Aaron Jones. Remember, he went on to win the CPL this season. Crucial knock, important knock, with hitting those a couple of sixes in that crucial period. But he will need to just bat and handle himself a little bit better in terms of how much time he has to spend in the middle.
So top edge, doesn't matter, into the region of deep third man, and that is gone into the hands of the fielder. And now Jones is gone, a 17 for 2.
I just have a feeling that this could have been another slower delivery because, again, nothing short. It's trying to play on the onside, gets the bottom hand off the bat, and what he does, it's just an outside edge which flew over the third area, and a very easy catch. The skipper, Aaron Jones, departs in a spot of bother, Samp Army, 17 for 2.
So 17 for 2, Nazir Khan has come to the middle, along with Usman Khan. Two new batters out in the middle. We've seen the fall of Hemraj and just now Aaron Jones. And Umaid Asif has now been rewarded with a very good first over. The pressure was always on the batter. And he reaped the benefit here, and Aaron Jones is gone. They are in trouble, Samp Army, with two of their better batters back in the shade.
Well, we spoke about the strength in terms of the seam attack that the Samp Army possesses. And they've just shown what they can do with the ball. Excellent work from both the seamers Yes, expensive Sohail Khan, but coming back strongly to knock over Hamraj. And now Aaron Jones departs in this over. Yeah, very good from Knight Riders.
So Nazir Khan, a man who comes out of the minor league franchise, goes down the leg side. That this could be 5 wides. Umpire Owen Brown signal wide, and that's 5 going down the leg side.
Yeah, I thought it was the idea was okay because the length was in the Yorker length, but it just got down the leg side. Could have been interesting had it been a little bit straighter. Have a look at this. Yeah, too wide, and the keeper had no chance whatsoever to stop that one.
So missing his line entirely here is Umair Asif. He's picked up the big wicket of Aaron Jones, and he comes in. Nazir Khan, who's just making the point. He comes out of one of the minor league franchise, Orlando Galaxy. He's a top order batsman, but he comes in here with Usman Khan out in the middle. Two relatively new players out in the middle, and they still need 132. Looks to be it's going to be an uphill battle here. Still a long way to go, and you never know where it could end up. It's still 132 to win. We talked about how well Knight Riders United have done in this tournament. They were one of 3 teams that were on 6 points, only to be separated by decimals sometimes. Shortish ball, just testing the deck. That's very good bowling.
Yeah, he's mixing it up, isn't he? Mohammad Asif, clever. Yeah, few full delivery, and then all of a sudden, back of the length, hitting the deck hard, bending his back, and getting that bounce. Look at that. Lovely delivery. Look at the carry.
Yeah,
The keeper, okay, checking it just above the shoulders.
yeah, Trump behind the sticks with the gloves. And Mr. Atal Khan, a lot of times, sometimes the bowlers need to remind the batter that I still can hit the deck hard, even on some very placid pitch. Here is Asif. Full of ball. That's another fast bowler trick and tactics to follow up those short ball with a ball in the block hole. Good bowling.
Samp Army, this pair, somebody needs to stitch a partnership here. And just here, keep an eye at the required run rate. It's under 8 runs and over. Well, they're going at just above 8. It's 8.25, but you need partnership. Both the batters in the middle yet to get off the mark.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of big wickets fall. That of Chandrapal Hemraj. A ball that struck top and off stump. And Aaron Jones holding out towards the third man area. 3 overs completed. It's 23 for 2. They're chasing 154, and so they need 131 to win. So 3 gone, 23 for 2. Sohail Khan will continue. We'll come into bowl to Nasir Khan, and years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Mr. Khan, this Knight Riders United, they come into this tournament, this brand. They used to be called the UMMC. UMMC Knight Riders. That was for the United Methodist Medical Center, one of their premier sponsors. Up and over through the offside off the bat of Nazir Khan, and that has gone away for 4. Lovely shot.
Yep. Just a little bit full on this time occasion. Again, Sohail Khan starting his new over and concedes the boundary. Lovely shot. Once you see that length a little bit fuller, they're not afraid to hit it over the top. Yeah, very good shot.
And we've seen Samp Army over the years come to these tournaments. And I get the feeling when I looked at their squad, when I looked at their roster this year, they're missing 1 or 2 sort of like quote unquote big players. They've always attracted some of the top players around the country and even outside of this country. And I got the feeling this year that they're missing 1 or 2 of those figures. They're batting at 27 for 2. Nazir Khan, I've seen him play before into the onside. He picks up 1. But like you rightly said, they'll need to stitch together a partnership here with 126 runs remaining.
Yeah, he scored a few runs in that innings that Chandrapal Hemraj scored an unbeaten 76. He made 28 of the 16 and going on to win by 7 wickets, chasing a total of 129 against the Smashers. But then again, having said that, uh, the next couple of games, nothing much coming from the batters.
Mm.
That's the reason why I feel that they would need to stitch a partnership, and also the fact that even if you don't score runs, you make sure that you don't get out. You can always cover it up later on.
So Sohail Khan continues, and we'll talk about some history in just a second here. Ball down the leg side. Might have touched something on the way through. No signal from the umpire. And Mr. Atar Ali Khan, in last year we saw in the tournament, Kingsmen won it. They won over Raiders, 207 posted by that team in the final last year. Sharjil Khan had an outstanding series for the Kingsmen. So Martin Guptill was also part of that time. And also Colin Monroe played for one of the Kingsmen brand. In 2022, it was the Stallions X, a brand of the Kingsmen. And in 2021, it was the Lightning winning over Samp. So Samp made the final in 2021. They lost that final 157 to 147. Sohail Khan into the onside, and they go through for one. So a long way to go, 125 needed. And they'll need something of substance here from these two men out in the middle and the others if they come.
Absolutely. To be able to go and bat through and also go on to score a few runs will always add so much value to your team. Well, Knight Riders will be hoping that they can pick up more wickets here because they've already picked up 2 wickets here.
Yeah, so many other bowling options. Sohail Khan and Mohamed Asif we're seeing here. Imran Khan stroked into the offside. Confident stroke from Nazir Khan. Can score. Then, of course, we've got left arm spin in Ali Sheikh. Roshan Primus. He hits the deck hard. Very strong on his shoulder, Roshan Primus.
Yeah, we haven't seen the introduction of spin so far. We've already seen what spin has done in this match for Samp Army. But so far, so good because they've used the seamers to good effect.
Yeah, a couple of wickets for them at the top. Umaid Asif picked up one, and Sohail Khan, he's picked up one. Shortish ball. Oh, look at that. That's tremendous bowling here from Sohail Khan.
Good pace, good bounce. Hitting the deck hard. After 4, 29 for 2.
And just for all our viewers, delighted that you've joined us wherever you are. Just happy that you've been with us for the last couple of days and even today. We come down to this is a 16 tournament now. We come down to the knockout stage, bowling change here. But just to recap what has happened during the course of 153 posted by the Knight Riders, we saw a well played 40 from Milanta, and we also saw Joshua Trump getting 25 and Matthew Trump getting 31 towards the end. Bowling change. It looked like Hassan Khan has been given the ball, so he comes in here. Another seamer at 29 for 2. Oh, down the leg side, flicked away. That's a lovely shot from Usman Khan, and he picks up a much-needed boundary.
Poor start, poor delivery. A loosener down the leg side, easy picking. All he had to do is put back to ball, fielder inside the circle. So no matter, you would never have stopped that. Just a tickle, and it's gone to the boundary. So the belief in Knight Riders is that the seamers will produce the goods. Not that time around. Always good for a batter to put it away, a boundary of the very first delivery of an over, of a new over, which just releases the pressure, doesn't it?
Oh, that's a lovely drive into the offside. Finds Umaid Asif, who has a throw at the stumps.
That would have been out. Leonard, direct hit. It was curtains. because it was nicely struck, really good looking stroke, but straight to the fielder. Look at that. Look at the non striker. It was not even close. An opportunity, Umaid Asif. Oh, he misses it.
But I thought they could have gone for a quick single. Had the non-striker responded, we've seen a four and a dot here from Hassan Khan. Usman Khan and Nasir Khan out in the middle. Still a long way to go. They will really have to bat well. Ball goes through to the keeper. It's still 121 to win. Another game coming up. The Kingsman brand. We saw them in the semi-final last year. As we take another look at Hassan Khan. Yeah, good swing. Just beating the inside edge and going through to Matthew Trump. And we saw last year, Mr. Khan, the two Kingsmen brand getting a chance to clash again. We saw them in the semi-final last year. And only one could go through. They meet again in the sort of like the quarter-final. And that match comes up at 2:30. So much cricket, folks. You just want to be glued to the Atlanta Open. Oh, a lovely drive. Through the offside. No man move just to retrieve the ball. Usman Khan, classy looking off drive for four.
He played that first shot, which went straight to the fielder at mid-off. Looks so very good. This is a lovely, lovely shot through the covers for a boundary. There's, again, too much width, but he's put that away in style. Well, he looks the part, doesn't he? Well, he needs to understand the fact that he needs to stand because there hasn't been too many runs from the batters from his team. And as a batter, once you start middling it, then you need to shoulder the responsibility. He's played few attacking shots. Not a bad idea to look to rotate strike also.
So a couple of fours in this over from Hassan Khan. That partnership has gone up to 20 so far. Mr. Khan, we've seen a couple of good strokes in the over. One going down the leg side off the bat of Usman Khan and a lovely drive through the offside. Make no claims about T20 cricket. There are some classy looking shots that you see from time to time. We've just seen one.
Yeah, he's played a gorgeous looking drive through the offside. I thought the drive straight down to mid-off was also lovely to watch, presenting the full face of the bat. Last ball coming up.
Eased into the offside. That will close out five. And after five is 37 for two.
always been a fan of that strategy, Shah, in terms of not giving the batsman any time to rest. Fortunately, wide on that occasion and goes for a single.
Yeah, that has taken care for the required run rate for the over. 9 already off it. Wrong line from Nitish Kumar, and then a fumble from Joshua behind the stumps. Still regular keeper. Lahiru is not playing as outside edge. Goes to short third. Yeah, Lahiru is playing as an impact player. So he did bat after having that nasty injury yesterday. He's been relieved of the duties to keep wickets. More turn there for Nitish Kumar. 10 of the over is a very, very good result for the Samp Army with 1 to go.
Well, as you mentioned, Lahiru, the impact player, he certainly lived up to that name, top scoring with 42 for the Knight Riders United of 33 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes, and that with a strike rate of 127. So did a job for his team early up.
Big shout. It was turning. Difficult to give these on this surface. Brian Kane rules in favor of the batter. 8 overs done, as we will have a quick look. Pitched on. And plenty of turn. Actually, it's pitched outside the off stump. Thought it was pitched on and clearly going down, but pitched outside the off. Had a good chance of clipping the leg stump if Brian Kane had thought so, but not to be. 8 gone, 58 for 2.
Perhaps the significance of the turn might have been one of the factors affecting the decision of the umpire. Just giving the batsman a benefit of the doubt, maybe assuming that it would have turned too far past that leg stump. Lives to fight another day.
It's the similar phase of the innings where the Knight Riders United, they also went steady. And the partnership between Milantha and Trump, they just rebuild it in this phase of the inning. Similar things from Samp Army. Like I said, Nitish is over, went for 10, so they're pretty much caught up with the required run rate. It's not daunting, it's just they need to take this chase deep and make sure that the top 6 gets the job done. That's why preservation of wickets is also important. Asad had bowled a very impressive first over though. The battle resumes between him and Usman. He's kept low, almost hit the off stump. Cannot believe his luck. Is Asad.
Dangerously low indeed. Thankfully, just outside the off stump. If that was pitched on the wicket, I think he might have gotten his man. See some turn as well. Even the keeper wasn't able to pick it up cleanly. That ball at a devious height.
This one is in the arc though. Beautifully played. Absolutely creamed away. And that is the boundary that will give plenty of confidence to Usman.
Too full on that occasion from Rafiq. We just saw the previous delivery at a very good length. And one would think, seeing the result of that first delivery, he might have wanted to repeat that. On this occasion, just over pitching and a lovely stroke through the offside from Muhammad.
It was too full. Just gave himself a little bit of room to open up that offside. Now with the spin chance. Oh yes. Oh, the throw is through the wrong end. What is happening here? I think it's Umaid Asif, isn't it? And he threw at the wrong end. By the time the ball came back at the non-striker end, he was back. Have a look.
It's one of those instinctive throws. You can see when he picked up the ball, he wasn't even looking towards the non-striker end. His entire body and angle was just faced towards the keeper. So as he picked it up, he released it there. And they get away because if he in fact just glimpsed at the non-striker's end, it most certainly would have been a run out.
Yeah, his body angle and his direction was only looking at the striker's end. Everything happened so quickly though. Didn't even allow wicketkeeper Matthews, or Joshua rather, as this has been cleaned up. Perfect left armer's dismissal Pitched on the off and hit leg. Absolutely no answers there. And this is a very timely breakthrough for the Knight Riders.
Slower through the air, allowing that ball to be flighted with a nice drift into the left-hander as well as turn and bounce. All of the three major components that any spinner would want when bowling against such a batsman, and gets the right reward for that delivery.
Usman Khan walks back. Samp Army 62 for 3.
And with the fall of that wicket, in fact, Usman was their batting impact player. So I'm sure they would have probably wanted him to be out there a bit longer. And he has to go, bring in Deepak Kumar to the crease.
Wicket at the crucial stage there for Knight Riders United. I was just mentioning in run chase situation, partnerships are key. And every time you break a partnership, get the new batter in, the innings will have to restart. And these are the pitches where it's very difficult for the new batter to come in and start with comfort and ease. You have to take your time. And now that will make Nasir's role very important, because he would need to take some pressure upon himself to keep the momentum going, to keep the scoring rate going. Excellent work in the field. Knight Riders United, they're really right on top now after 9. Samp Army 62 for 3.
You could just see a recap of the Knight Riders United innings. Top score 42, as we mentioned previously, from Lahiru Milanta. Second top score of 29 from Matthew Trump. Joshua Trump as well, his brother, 21. And also brief cameo in the end from Roshan Primus. It's going to be Ali Sheikh coming into the attack. One of the premier bowlers for the Knight Riders United. Certainly someone who has a bright future ahead, former USA under-19 captain, top-class fielder, bowler, and also contributed with a bat 17 of 10.
That turns leading edge, and that is a very soft dismissal. Deep Kumar was looking to turn it onto the onside, and Ali Sheikh has made an immediate impact.
Right on cue, just as I was mentioning his bowling competency, Ali Sheikh strikes with his first delivery. Look at this, angling past the leg stump. And because he knows the amount of turn and offer, I think that was fully intentional from Ali Sheikh. Getting that ball to turn squarely, takes the outside edge and just loops into the air for one of the simplest catches that he would ever take in his cricketing career. Breakthrough again for the Knight Riders United. Fourth wicket falls, and Ali Sheikh continuing in that excellent bowling vein. His ninth wicket for the tournament thus far.
Wickets haven't come at the right time. Well, there's never a right time to lose wickets in a run chase situation. Now they've lost 2 in quick succession. Both the set batters are gone. This one pitched outside. More turn there for Ali Sheikh. Jonathan Fu and Deep Kumar just have 2 deliveries between them, and they're both batting on not. More turn goes past the outside edge. Jonathan Fu just groping at it, just lunging forward. Be wary of that straight delivery now from Ali Sheikh.
Such excellence thus far on display. Flights that won a bit too much, and Jonathan Fu goes through with a shot. So after 3 deliveries with no real impetus from the batsman and a wicket off the first one, the fourth delivery is just overpitched slightly, and Jonathan Fu, with his aggressive nature, says, "Thanks for that. Welcome to the crease." You can see he just went a bit wider of the crease and angled it into the middle stump of Fu.
Quicker delivery. Shouting was Ali Sheikh. No wide from Brian Kent, which meant that it did get something along the way. Nicely kept by Joshua Trump behind the stumps. Once again, too full from Ali Sheikh. Straight down the ground. That will bring us to the halfway stage. 10 overs gone. Samp Army 69 for 4.
So the action continues. 69 for 4, 85 needed from 60 balls. Asad Rafiq, he's picked up one already. We've seen very good bowling from Ali Sheikh. And you get the feeling that Jonathan Fu and Deep Kumar Patel out in the middle will have to form something that we saw a little bit earlier on from a 45-run partnership from Nasir Khan and Mohammed Usman. Back in the box, his former international player out of Bangladesh, Atar Ali Khan. Welcome to this last 10 overs here.
Thank you. Thank you. Leonard, Aichaba. Yeah, just when things were looking good for Samp Army, we spoke about that partnership of 45. Not only they lost one, but they've lost now both. So they have to do it all over again now to steady the ship.
Yeah, big appeal. Umpire Owen Brown has a long look, and in the end, it's not out. 69 for 4.
That looked mighty close, I can tell you that, Leonard. That looked so very close. We'll have another look here. Ooh, maybe just drifting down the leg side. That's not a bad shout, but a very good decision from the umpire.
So a couple of dot balls in this over. We've seen a very good bowling performance here from Rafiq. Oh, into the offside and gone the distance from Jonathan Fu.
Yeah, mighty blow, mighty blow. You really cannot afford to allow the batters to free their arms. Once they get an opportunity, they're not missing out. That is smashed over the fielder at long off. All he had to look at is sail over for the maximum. Great shot.
Yeah, very good counter-attack shot. Couple of good dot balls. One being a big appeal for leg before. And Jonathan Fu has come back and taken this man out of the park. Very good cricket we're seeing here. Oh, slice into the offside. We'll get runs here. We'll get at least 2. And they're running and running quickly. Took on the spinner. A brave shot. He picks up a couple of runs.
Yeah, but when he went to play that shot, it's the turn that did him. He's lucky that he got enough part of the bat to get it over the infield. And he's picked up a couple of more runs. Lucky. Really lucky. Could have easily gone into the hands.
Yeah, 8 in the over so far. And you get the feeling Mr. Khan with that 6 has tilted the balance to the batting side, a time in which they're still looking for 8 runs and over. Jonathan Fu into the onside. Good carry all the way. Fielder comes around. It's out of space. And that's 2 sixes in this over from Jonathan Fu.
Well, he spoke about his exploits when he comes on to bowl, the right arm off spinner Jonathan Fu, but very good hitting. Yeah, that is power hitting in the air, but enough to get it across for another maximum. What a lovely shot that is. Certainly, He packs the punch with the bat.
14 off this over. Couple of sixes from Jonathan Fu. Look at that. Turns it into the onside. He will retain the strike when play resumes. And this has been a very good over for the Samp Army. 15 off this over. 11 gone. 84 for 4.
Yeah, what it also did to have those runs in the previous over 15, and the required run rate which was above 8, has now just come down below 8. Jonathan Fu has got a lovely start to this innings. 22 in just 11 deliveries.
Yeah, you're right on that. And I'll tell you some serious history here about Jonathan Fu from the club that he comes out of, Mr. Atar Ali Khan, and you'll probably recognize these names. I'm pretty sure that uh, you were a young player playing, running up, trying to play for the Bangladesh, maybe on the 19th side at one time, and then of course senior side. But Jonathan Fu comes out of a club in Berbice in Guyana called Port Morant, and Port Morant boasts some very top-ranking players who played at the international level. Rohan Kanhai,
Mm.
Alvin Kalicharan,
Oh.
Basil Butcher,
Mm.
John Trim, and there is a name I'm forgetting somewhere, but a strong club that this man has come out of, Jonathan Fu, called Port Morant in Guyana.
Rohan Kanai and Alvin Kalicharan. Household names, Leonard. Household names.
Jonathan Fu into the offside, and that's another massive six from the right-hander. He goes up to 28 from just 13 balls.
Now, it is important for the skipper, Nitish Kumar of Knight Riders United, to figure out who is the right option to bowl against especially Jonathan Fu. Now he's smashed 3 sixes, and all those 3 coming off a spinner. So maybe not a bad idea to bring in a seamer here, because he's played a free-flowing innings, and every time he wanted to play a big shot, it's come off right from the middle part of the bat. He's already picked up 3 sixes and reached to 20 of just 13.
Mr. Khan wide down the leg side, and he's really hit with the spin. A lot of time when you teach youngsters the game, you want to tell them if a leg spin is bowling to you, you gotta target the offside. You gotta target the offside. That's exactly what we have seen to great effect that Jonathan Fu has done. Was really batted well, a ball that straightened up on him, and a couple of good comeback balls there from Ali Sheikh.
Yeah, cramping him for room. He wanted to make a little bit room going down the leg side. The bowler followed him, and then obviously producing a dot delivery.
And the fact is, when you look at this partnership has gone up to 29. 28 of those are for Jonathan Fu.
Yeah, another good delivery.
Followed him.
Clever.
Yeah, into the offside. Can't score this time. And you get the feeling Jonathan Fu is going to be the man here if Samp Army is going to cross the line. They still need 63 from 49.
He's reached over to 28. He doesn't want to deal in singles, I can tell you that. He's just eyeing to hit this out of the ground.
Again, sliding down the leg side. So let's see. This over's gone for 8 so far. We've seen a couple of wides. We've seen a massive 6 off the bat of Jonathan Fu. Other than that, we've seen 4 dot balls too. A mixed bag here for Ali Sheikh and certainly Knight Riders United. Look at that into the offside. He closes out this over pretty well with an over that has conceded a 12 gone. It's 92 for 4. And Mr. Atar Ali Khan, we come down to 62 to win from 48 balls. In these days of T20 cricket, isn't that what the batters are accustomed to now with 62 to 48? A walk in the park sometimes?
It's a funny game, Leonard. It's a funny game. Yes, if these two get going, and if for some reason Jonathan Fu just hangs on and play another couple of overs, then this can get over very, very quickly. But if they lose a wicket or two here, then the match will turn on its head. Yep. Should be a relatively easy target. But then again, having said that, a wicket can change the complexion of the game.
So Russian Primus comes into the attack for the first time. Has he bowled before? I'm trying to think. I may have seen him bowl, but he comes in here. So he comes in for the first time. I've got a confirmation from Keshav, one of our colleague in the commentary box. And I got to tell you that the commentary crew has done a tremendous job by keeping you informed, and they're really on top of things. So thank you very much, Keshav. Roshan Primus given the ball. He replaces Asad Rafiq. 1 for 15 so far. So the action continues and ball into Deep Kumar Patel. He can't score, and things have started well here for Primus.
I think he might have bowled that last over when the opposition team needed 15. What an over that was. He starts with the Yorker.
So almost 8 runs on over. And I get the feeling when you bat at this juncture of any T20 game, expect to be scoring in excess of sometime 8 and 9 runs on over, Mr. Khan. Wide is a signal from umpire Owen Brown. And that equation comes down to 6-1 to win from 47 balls.
I think the key is going to be Jonathan Fu, who's at the non-strikers end. So it's important for someone like Deep Kumar to ensure that not to look to play big shots, but just give him the strike as quickly as possible, because he's timing it beautifully. Yes, as expected, a spin out of the attack because he was enjoying spin. That's the reason why they've gone in with seam here. Let's see what he does. It's a good move.
And you get the feeling when you talk about those equations, 6-1 to win from 47, you got to favor the batting side. They've only lost 4 wickets, still a lot of batting to come. The negative part for Samp Army, they were bowled out for 59 just about a couple of days ago. So that could play on their mind. But when you look at 60 to win from 46 balls, you've got time and you've got balls. And you've got Jonathan Fu out in the middle, who was slammed 28 from just 17 balls.
Yeah, even that win against St. Louis, when they were chasing 86, they lost 5 wickets. So that has been an issue for them. But looking at how Jonathan Fu has handled himself in the middle, he's still looking at the onside area, one of his profitable areas. This could be very good if he just hangs on and bat through the innings.
So Primus outside the off stump can't score. We talked about the many top level players that have made themselves available for the Atlanta Open. You're looking at Russian Primus. He's been part of the Caribbean setup for some time, always been part of the CPL running for the last 4 or 5 years. And he's really played good cricket. We've seen him in minor league a couple of years ago. He would have played for the Silicon Valley Strikers, up in the air, well away from any of the field. Now, well, Umair Asif is running around. And in the end, a couple of runs, but living dangerously there is Jonathan Fu. He picks up 2.
Yeah, because of the fact that seam is on now. I think it's a really good move and nearly worked for them because that could have gone easily into their hands. He's lucky that it's gone over the top of the fielder. There was a fielder at mid-off, so he couldn't really go close to that delivery to catch that. Yeah, there you go. Not that far away from Umair Asif.
Yeah. So he goes big and doesn't go too well, goes through to the keeper.
I just have a feeling he's not that comfortable against seam. What he's done so far against spin, have a look at that. It's a swing and a miss. So it doesn't really go to the pitch of the delivery. He's just swinging wild at a delivery, which is a little bit wide outside the off stump.
So they need 58 from 43. Still asking about 8 runs and over. And they're punching at 7.4. So it's not a big gap there at all. And we've seen a good knock so far from Jonathan Fu. Look at that. Strokes it into the onside, and he recognizes that the over comes to an end. And he wants to be on strike. Very good tactic. 13 gone, 97 for 4.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there is a seam also from the other end, because he's the one who's smashed the spinners all over the park. We'll just have to wait and see whether the spin continues from that end, because he did struggle. He couldn't find opportunities to pick up boundaries. That's what he's dealing in at the moment. He's raced over to 31 of 21 deliveries, and he's picked up three fours. Beg your pardon.
Four
Couple of
sixes.
4 6s. Yeah,
No
there you go.
fours.
No fours. Can you
Yeah.
just imagine that? Right.
So it looks like Malhotra has been given the ball. Sahib Malhotra, brother of Jaskaran Malhotra. You know the records of Jaskaran. I'm pretty sure if you know that somebody told you during the course of this couple of days commentary. Well, his brother Jaskaran Malhotra struck 6 6s in an over. He's one of very few players who have done it. And so he comes into the attack here, Sahib Malhotra. And he comes in here with 57 to win from 42 ball. And ball eased into the leg side, and things have begun here in the 14th over. 56 to win at Ali Khan. Where's your money?
In my pocket. Yeah, I think the game is on. I mean, both the sides will be thinking that there's an opportunity for each team to go and win from here because Knight Riders will be hoping that they can pick up a wicket and get a new batter in. Uh, at the same time, Samp Army will be hoping that Jonathan Fu hangs around, and if he hangs around and if the way he has batted and he continues, then most likely they're going to come on the top.
Yeah, we've seen Jonathan Fu this year comes out of the minor league team, the Philadelphians, and he's always been the crisis man for that team. He's always come out at difficult times, Jonathan Fu. You get the feeling that sometimes Mr. Khan, he doesn't get to play his natural game. But when he brings up all these scores, sometimes you want to think that he's forced to play a kind of game that is needed in context. To the onside, and that equation comes down to 55 to win from 39.
Now, just before this delivery was bowled, he went across to the batter and said that you don't have to play big shots. Leave that to me because I want you to pick up a single and get me on a strike. The helmet goes out. So it's important that he continues. It's a good single taken. He is on strike now.
And it's 99 on the board. That single will give them that big psychological mark. We kind of weigh runs in 50s at time. We bundle them in 50. It's always a big accomplishment when you get 50. They're on course to get 100 here. And look at that, tugged into the onside. Good bowling here from Malhotra. The 100 comes up.
Yeah, right. On leg spinner, you saw him coming down the wickets to pull the length back. So really couldn't free his arms. So just to dab down the leg side on towards the long odd for a single.
So 54 needed from 38 balls. Still asking 8.5 and over. And Deep Kumar Patel, the man on strike. A partnership of 38 so far. And ball hammered into the onside. This has been a very good over here from Sahib Malhotra.
Well, this is a good sensible batting because you don't really want to take any chances, especially against the spin. You remember that if you want to do it, you got to go it on the offside. Let's see what he's thinking now.
Yeah, you're right on that. Take it deep. You can always get 10 and 15 runs on over if it comes down to the last three. How many times haven't we seen in T20 cricket? The bundle of runs comes at the end. Into the offside. Wants a single. The throw comes in. And Jonathan Fu asks to stay home. At the end, 14 gone. It's 101 for 4. They need 53 to win.
It's a good over. It's a very good over. Just the 4 singles in that over. And what it does is that the run rate just climbs up. It's just getting into nearly 9 runs in an over. Yeah, not a single there. Straight to the fielder.
Yeah, it's gone to 8.8. Make that 9. So 53 needed from 36 balls. And folks, you're watching the knockout stage of the Atlanta Open, final 6 team in the competition. And the way it's worked, the 2 top ranked teams has been given a bye in this round. And so the remaining 4 teams will play a knockout stage. And then tomorrow, the likes of Atlanta Fire, which top the group in terms of points taken and their net run rate standing, along with Clarion Eagles, will get into action tomorrow. And later on in the second game, we'll try to give you a sense of who will cross over to play who. Primus will continue. And they got 53 to win from 36 ball. Deep Patel on strike. Oh, stroked nicely into the onside. The over has begun well here for Sam.
Clarion Eagles are the second team to score 200. It was Kingsman X. Yes, they had they also had scored 194, but they were the ones who picked up 237 against Raiders Demons. So it'll be an interesting fight because a lot of people think that Clarion Eagles is one of the favorites. We'll have to wait and see. who comes up on that day. At the moment, it's 102 for 4.
Yeah, they need 52 more. 51 will push it into another super over. Mr. Khan, we saw 143. Couldn't separate the teams yesterday.
Yeah, exciting. It was exciting. Right down the wire. It was turned out to be a cliffhanger. Again, swing and a miss. He's not really going to the pitch of the delivery. Look at that left leg. He's moving that away and he's really launching himself into the shot, but he's not connecting.
So a couple of good balls in this over from Russian primers. We come down to very crucial stage. Dot balls are very important at this juncture. Oh, Jonathan Fu has teed off, and that has gone a long way off the bat of Jonathan Fu, off the bowling of Russian primers. Not gone for a massive six.
That is huge. He's got the next ground over the ropes, over the fence, and then it's gone many a miles. Yes, it was in the slot, and that's what he was trying to achieve. A little bit fuller, and out she sails for the maximum. Have a look at that fly. Oh ho!
Yeah, massive six from Jonathan Fu. Mr. Atar Ali Khan, that's his fifth six of the innings so far. We talked about, and I know you were looking on my pad to see if there was any four. There was none. It's all in the sixes column.
Yeah, out of the 39, 36 in sixes only. What an innings this is turning out to be. This innings of Jonathan Fu can literally win them this match. I can tell you that if he hangs on.
So 46 to win, still halfway stage in this over. Look at that. In the air. Who made a siff? Settles under it, takes the catch, and Jonathan Fu is gone. It's 108 for 5.
Safe as a house. That's what I was talking about. If he can just hang on, and back through the innings. He'd already smashed the six in the previous delivery. It's a slower delivery, change of pace that does the trick. Goes way up in the air and doesn't cross the fielder at mid-off. It's a big wicket. So Roshan has picked up a really good wicket to see the back of Jonathan Fu. He goes, and it is 108 for 5.
Yeah, 39, quick 39 from Jonathan Fu from just 27 balls. And smashed them all over the park. Raj Nanan comes to the middle. The left-hander. And he comes in here with 46 to win from 32 balls. We've seen a knock from Deep Patel, who's had to play second fiddle. And that big partnership of 46 between Jonathan Fu and Deep Patel comes to an end. And it comes off the bowling of Roshan Primus. 7 in the over so far, but he's picked up a big one.
Oh, that's a very big wicket, I can tell you that. This can really go hugely in favor of Knight Riders. Never easy for a new batter. And remember, you talk about that partnership between Jonathan Fu and Deep Kumar. And his contribution from Deep Kumar has only been 4 because he only faced 7 deliveries.
And Atar Ali Khan, we also saw a big partnership from Usman and Nasir Khan. So 2 big partnership. Can they string along another 146 needed to win? So Raj Nanan comes to the middle, left-hander. He gets a one, tucks it away into the leg side. Could be running for a couple. And look at that. They come back for 2. Throw comes in. They keep me in trouble. The finger goes up from Brian Kane, a square leg, and it's a run out 1.
That is a terrific piece of fielding. That is a really good pickup and a very good throw. He wanted the second end. He thought he was in business, but finds himself short at the great throw right on top of the stumps. And the keeper does the rest. So Samp Army lose another wicket. It's all happening here. It's 108 for 6.
It could be 109.
9.
We'll have to factor in while they make that adjustment to the score. But look at that. Very good feeling. He has a good sense of presence. And I think that's Hassan Khan, who came in with a throw that the keeper didn't have to do too much. And in the end, Rajananana comes quickly, and he goes quickly. He's gone.
Yeah, it is 109 for 6 now. But have a look at that fielding. Yeah, had to go and pick it up and then throw it back. Really good throw. One bounce straight to the top of the stumps.
So Shadley Van Skorkwick comes to the middle. We've seen a couple of losses of wickets here in quick time. The fifth wicket fell at 108 and one has just fallen just now. So 109 for 6, and all of a sudden the game is back in the favor of the Knight Riders United. Couple of wickets in this over. And here is Primus to Shadley Van Skorkwick. Oh, he gets one that is short. Tucked it away into the onside and he's off the mark. So the 15th over comes to a close. They need 44 to win from 30 balls.
So we're looking forward to the ending of this first game in day 4 of matches in the Atlanta Open T20 in the knockout round. Samp Army requiring 44 runs from 5 overs. Definitely an exciting finish to this innings. Shah, what are your thoughts on how this game might end up culminating overall?
Well, we called it when he was batting. That man, Sohail Khan, the all-action man, he specializes in these situations. Watch out for his Yorkers and slow deliveries. Attacking the stumps. Little bit of angle from around the wicket. To wait for the umpire signal. Probably a leg ball. No. Ran Kane waited, and then said no. Good start to the over from Sohail Khan. What a knock that was from Jonathan Fu. He really gave his side a chance, but then 2 quick wickets, as is the case with run chases. And now both new batters. This happening for the second time in this innings. 2 new batters in the middle. And on this occasion, they don't have a lot of time left.
Jonathan Fu, a very explosive batter. 39 from 27. 5 sixes in that knock. Certainly contributed well for his team.
Wide full toss. Field is set. That ball did wobble in the air a little bit away from the batter. Sohail Khan is a very good exponent of reverse swing at the back end of the innings. Have a close look. Just a little bit tail away at the last minute. Shadley Van Skorkwick is a big hitter. Be hoping to hit a few big hits. Left-handed, of course, hitting into the wind on the onside as we look at it. It's a crucial factor. Once again, that fuller length, not allowing the batters to get underneath it. Mid-off was up in the ring, though. You go lower into the order. That's where you feel like you can get away with small errors as a bowling unit.
When you have someone with the wealth of experience that Sohail Khan does, it really makes it easier to defend these sort of totals.
Into the pitch, slow delivery. Went in the air, won't go to the fence. Couple of runs there. That required run rate is up above 9 now. Just the 3 runs of the over so far in the first 4 deliveries.
And again, you see all of that experience on display. Using his variations, slower ball bouncer. Sohail Khan thus far in the 4 matches, picking up 4 wickets. And definitely has been keeping the economy tight.
This is a sharp bumper. It's gone up in the air. Again, will fall in no man's land. Yeah, the way he mixes things up, it's really difficult to line up. Look at that. The previous one was into the pitch, slower bouncer. This was the regular pace. And Shadley clearly late on it.
39 required still. The extra height from Khan proven to be a factor. Getting some very good bonks off of this surface and generating decent pace as well. So by no means is it easy for the batsman to take advantage. It's just bowling back of a length. And
Nope.
again, you see a slower bouncer being used there from Khan and neatly guided down to third man for a single. Good intuition by the batsman as well. And completes the 16th over, 115 for the loss of 6, 116, factoring that single into account.
You can see that red worm, which is dipping slightly below the blue worm at this stage. And every time you see the dip in the scoring rate, it's because of the fall of wickets. You see 2 red dots. And at that stage, it was well above the blue worm, but those wickets, it's really flattened it out. Still 4 overs to go. Very much possible. 38 runs with 6 wickets. That's the key. Mad Asif now from the combox end.
Short and into the pitch, just guided into the offside. At this stage, the batsman operated in singles, but that's all well and fine, given that the fact that they should get 1 or 2 loose deliveries just due to the nature of the game. Just have to be able to take advantage of anything. 37 required from 3.5 overs, just around 23 deliveries. So by all means, a reasonable equation. Yes, it's more than a run a ball, but in T20, those factors are nominal at this stage.
This has gone in the air. Oh, misjudged by the fielder. Really badly misjudged. He was scurrying around and couldn't judge the flight of the ball or the bounce. So Matt will be disappointed. But that is the boundary, the one boundary in 1 over that Samp Army requires at this stage. And Shadley has got it nice and early in the over.
Right on cue there, just as we were speaking about keeping the scoreboard ticking over and rotating a strike. It's a situation where 9 runs per over are required. 1 boundary, especially early in the over, would certainly do well for the batsman's confidence and just need to get 5 other singles to reach to that 9. So nice lofted shot there to the leg side. Errand delivery, put away.
Into the pitch. Risky one-handed pickup with the ball bobbling around. No damage done, just a single. Mad Asif into his 3rd over. He's got 1 more after this. Keep Samp Army. Take it deep. The batters in the middle. Deep Kumar and Shadley went scowl quick. Trying to string together a partnership. Not much batting to come after that, I believe. This is crucial now. It's been pulled away, just short of the sweeper this time. Ali Sheikh, I think, out there in the deep. Judge did a bit better and stopped in his tracks to get the ball on the bounce.
A fielder with Ali Sheikh's capabilities, widely regarded from what we've seen thus far as one of the best fielders in USA cricket. You know, you'd want nobody else out on the boundary except him. Clean pick up and throw. Batsman fully aware as they just took a single comfortably. So you just saw a shot there of Mr. Hassan, without whom none of us would be able to be present here today in this Atlanta Open T20 live from the Paramveer Sports Complex. Really excellent facility, and we've seen some wonderful cricket as we go into the final days of action.
The weekend promises to be full of thrills, and it started in a grand fashion. This one has been thumped down the ground. That boundary really fostered the Knight Riders to catch up with the average, but now still good recovery from Ahmad Asif afterwards. Still not done. 1 delivery to go. What are the bowling options, Keshav, that the skipper would go to? I think Sohail Khan will definitely bowl 1 over. At what stage? We don't know yet. But Ahmed has got one after this. That'll be over number 19 if he was entrusted with that. So that end is taken care of. Skipper would need to find 1 over from the far end.
Hassan Khan has actually bowled just 1 over for 8 runs. So it does have some overs inside as well.
Well bowled, Ahmed Asif. Oh, a little slip there. Deep Kumar recovered just in time. Good finish to the over from Ahmed Asif. Angling in onto the pads, no room. It's against dot ball. 3 remaining, and Samp Army required 30. They won 24 for 6. Assad has bowled out.
So just a note from the potential bowlers that are available. Asif has 1 over remaining, so does Sohail Khan. Hassan Khan has 3. Primus has 1. Rafiq has 1. Sheikh has 2 remaining, and Malhotra has 3.
Bowled in. Sohail Khan with the breakthrough. This was a slow delivery. And when Skolquick was really aiming for the big hit over the offside, got the inside edge. And that man, Sohail Khan, he is very, very valuable at the death of the innings. And he's produced the goods once again. Back of the hand, slow delivery. Completely bamboozled when Skolquick.
Very disappointed there is Van Skolkik. You can see his reaction after that shot. Really and truly did not pick the difference in the delivery, and a subtle variation from Sohail Khan allows him to strike. Bottom edge onto the stumps, and at this stage of the innings, it really is not a welcome sight for Samp Army, losing a wicket, and brings Jaidev Patel to the crease. Bowled well, did Patel. Let's see what he can contribute with the bat. Samp Army will be relying on all of their players from 1 to 11 to make this team effort contribute to a victory. At the same time, Knight Riders United, everything is out there on the field. 150% has to be given.
Sohail Khan. Yorker! How did it miss the off stump? What a terrific delivery. You can see hint of reverse swing as well. It tailed in at the last minute and went very, very close to that off stump. Look at that come in. Whoa, I said a little bit of reverse swing. There was plenty. It really came in a long way.
Really a fast bowler's dream, that delivery. Almost Yorker length, and a couple inches closer would have been taking that off stump for a ride.
This time he was, he has actually. Wow. Just the one bail has come off. You can see there another terrific Yorker right at the base of the stump and probably just grazed the off stump along the way. The man deserved that wicket. This is sensational piece of fast bowling.
Just from looking at the previous delivery, as I mentioned, an inch or so closer, and he would have been taking that off stump off. And as you can see, just a tad bit closer was Sohail Khan, and
Belated
definitely,
celebrations from him because for a moment even he didn't realize that he had got him.
yeah, definitely, and he just put the finger out in the air to indicate that the batsman has to go. Excellent from Sohail Khan and Knight Riders United. Samp Army definitely reeling at this stage, 124 for 8, and the new batsman to the crease, Liam Mamchan. Very young and promising cricketer out of Trinidad and Tobago. Fast bowler who is capable with a bat. So by all means, he has an opportunity here to put his hand up for his team.
This is a different class though, Keshav. Although traditionally against the reverse in-swinging reverse swing bowlers, left-handers are hard to account for. The dip generally works best against the right-handers. Oh no, Sohail Khan is too good. The leg stump is pegged back. Another Yorker on target. Too good for Liam.
Well, Sohail Khan essentially just bowled 3 deliveries in almost the identical spot. Look at this one. Yorker length again and just nipped into that leg stump.
He's on a hat trick now, and he's on the cusp of getting a fifer. He's almost sealed the deal for his side because this over has gone for none. 0 runs and 3 wickets already. 3 wickets of 4 deliveries, and he's still not finished because he can really account for a hat trick. We saw 2 hat tricks yesterday. Harmeet Singh took a hat trick, and now it's chance for Sohail Khan to seal the victory for his side and also seal the hat trick.
Given the form that Sohail Khan is in right now, you really would not discount him from getting that hat trick. Just yesterday, Shah, both you and I called 2 hat tricks in the games on field number 2. So let's see what he has to offer here.
Here he comes. Hat trick ball. Oh, just a short back lift and a little prod. Snake got in line, but Sohail Khan has done his job. This is terrific piece of fast bowling. Look at the back lift. There was none. He wasn't prepared to lift the bat. No way for the ball to sneak through. This man, Sohail Khan, like we mentioned, he's an action man. He's always in the act. He bowls in the power play and then he bowls in the death overs. Very, very skillful campaigner. Final ball of his spell. Went for the slow delivery. I think survival mode for the Samp Army batters against Sohail Khan. He finishes off his spell 4 for 25. Remember, he went for 3 boundaries in the first over. What a recovery and what a match-winning spell this has been from Sohail Khan.
Magnificent performance from Sohail Khan. 124 for 9 after 18. Yeah. That, in fact, was a triple wicket maiden. Shah, what a feat. Not just in a T20 match, but just in cricket generally. 3 wickets, no runs scored, and that was the 18th over of the innings in a game where the game was previously close before that over. And certainly he has taken it out of the reach of Samp Army.
It's Ahmed Asif's turn. He pegs the middle stump back. The Iron Man celebrations are out, and Knight Riders United march into the semi-finals. What a comprehensive victory this has been. Remember, it didn't come easy. They had phases where they really had to fight hard to gain the upper hand, but they were too good, too classy, and Ahmed Asif seals the victory for them in grand fashion. What a terrific game of cricket we've had, and you'd have to say the better team on the day one, and that was Knight Riders United.
Well, the fast bowlers have certainly come to the trump in this affair, and no pun intended, as there are 2 brothers named Trump on the Knight Riders United team that has just been victorious. But what an excellent display of fast bowling from Sohail Khan as well as Umaid Asif to essentially bring their team home. A very comfortable victory in the end by 29 runs. And at one point, the chase was looking on with Jonathan Foo's burst of an innings. However, as soon as he was dismissed, there was a bit of a downhill slide in the Samp Army batting lineup. And that one spectacular over from Sohail Khan. 3 wickets, no runs. A triple wicket maiden. I'm not sure how often you have seen that, Shah, in your career and your experience thus far, but certainly a feat that has to be mentioned.
Not very often, Keshav. The game was on the line when he bowled that over. 30 were needed of 3 overs with 4 wickets standing. He came in and he wreaked havoc in that 1 over. And he will take all the plaudits. This was a great game of cricket, and the action doesn't stop here. We'll have plenty more exciting cricket coming your way. The second playoff will be between Kingsmen and Kingsmen X. Another mouth-watering encounter. I hope you enjoyed our coverage for this game here from the Paramveer Sports Complex, and we look forward to your company in just about half an hour for the second playoff.
On Atlanta Talks, I'm joined with Chandrapal Hemraj from Samp Army. You guys are trying to get your spot into the semifinals. You know, coming in from yesterday's game, what was the team environment like?
Yeah, I think we assessed our game plan from yesterday, and we know the mistake we made yesterday. So we're just trying to get it right today and trying to get into the semi tomorrow.
And I think so far, the team, I think those mistakes you guys made yesterday are looking a little bit better, especially with this partnership that's building up. But how are you enjoying your time here at the Atlanta T20 Open?
Yeah, definitely enjoying my time here, getting some runs and getting some wins for my team.
And, you've played with Samp Army in the past as well. So how do you enjoy being with this franchise?
Yeah, I always enjoy playing with Samp Army. They're very welcoming, and look forward to keep playing with them in the future.
Now, when you come to Atlanta, is there anything you're usually looking forward to?
Not really. It's always cricket. Just enjoying the cricket here.
And so far, have you been enjoying the conditions? I think the conditions have gotten better, day by day compared to probably when you guys had your first game.
Yes, definitely. It's nice pitch and nice outfield to play on.
Now, if we, get to know a little bit more about you through some rapid fire, kind of what's your favorite place in America whenever you're here?
Definitely New York.
Favorite food?
Favorite food gonna be barbecue and plantain.
Are you more of a beach person or a mountain person?
Both. Yeah.
Okay. Well, your favorite spot for a vacation?
Favorite spot, that's gonna be Guyana for sure.
Favorite shot?
Inside out over cover.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and especially being here at the Atlanta T20 Open.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of this first playoff of Atlanta Open T20 Championship 2024. What a game of cricket we've just had. And first of all, I need to introduce my guest for the presentation here, Mr. Yasir Bhatti, the proud owner of Clarion Eagles. His team will be in action as well. Thank you very much, Yasir Bhai, for being here. And very exciting game of cricket, but a sensational spell of fast bowling from Sohail Khan has earned him the player of the match. So Mr. Yasir Bhatti will be presenting the trophy and the winning prize to Sohail Khan for his wonderful efforts. Man of the match, Sohail Khan. Thank you, Yasir. Lala, बड़ी जबरदस्त बॉलिंग हो रही है और बड़ा क्रूशियल स्टेज पे आपने ये आखिरी ओवर किया, कैसी फीलिंग?
हाँ, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। बिल्कुल मैं इन चीज़ों के लिए मशहूर हूँ। मैं डेथ ओवर और नया बॉल क्योंकि एक्सपीरियंस हो गई क्रिकेट में। और जब मैं बैट्समैन को देखता हूँ कि उसको कौन सा बॉल करना है, किसको स्लो वन करना है, किसको स्लो बाउंसर, तो उस तरीके से अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत बड़ा तजुर्बा है मेरा इन चीज़ों में और उसी तजुर्बे पे मैं चल के कंटिन्यू खेल रहा हूँ क्रिकेट।
तो यहाँ कंडीशंस थोड़ी बैटर्स के लिए मुश्किल होती हैं। शुरू में 153 जब टोटल लगा था, उस वक्त आप क्या सोच रहे थे कि ये रन्स कैसे हैं?
हाँ जी, सुबह में थोड़ा मुश्किल था विकेट क्योंकि जब बैट्समैन जा रहे थे तो रन नहीं, मगर बाद में थोड़ा सा भी क्लियर हो गया और अच्छी-अच्छी हिटें लगी। मगर हमारी बॉलिंग इतनी स्ट्रांग थी और हमारे पास बैकअप बहुत अच्छा था, तो हमने फौरन कमबैक किया, थोड़ा-सा सोचा और उसके बारे में हमने अच्छी डिसीजन लेके कमबैक कर दी।
बैट्समैनों के लिए तो मुश्किल था, लेकिन आपने तो पहली गेंद पे ही छक्का लगा दी।
अभी तो आगे छक्के देखोगे। उस्मान भाई ने तो अभी मुझे ओपनर ही भेजना है।
लेकिन जिस तरह आपने बॉलिंग की, डेथ बॉलिंग आपकी स्पेशलिटी है और मैच अपनी टीमों को जिस भी टीम से खेलते हैं आप जिताते हैं। क्या मोटिवेशन है? फिटनेस माशाल्लाह बड़ी जबरदस्त है। क्या चीज आपको मोटिवेट करती है मुसलसल खेलते रहने पे?
हाँ जी, एक तो मैं अपनी ट्रेनिंग कभी नहीं छोड़ता, दूसरी अपनी डाइट का बड़ा ख्याल रखता हूँ, अपने सेहत का ठीक-ठाक ख्याल रखता हूँ और क्रिकेट मेरा पैशन है। इसके अलावा मुझे कुछ नहीं आता और एक बात ये कि मतलब ये अपने आप को मेंटेन करना और यंग लड़कों के साथ काम करना मुझे काफ़ी मज़ा खुद भी आता है और जब मैं सिखाता हूँ, तो उन लोगों के चेहरे पे जो स्माइल होती है और जो मतलब है वो इम्प्रेस हो जाते हैं मुझसे, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट जो मेरा लेवल होगा आगे 2-3 साल जो मैं अपनी क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ और मेरी फिटनेस बहुत बेहतर है, तो जो मैं कोचिंग में आऊँ तो मैं काफ़ी चीज़ें अपने साथ सीखने के लिए साथ लेके जा रहा हूँ मैं।
लाला, हमने काफी आपको देखा, आप इसी तरह यंगस्टर्स की मदद करते हैं, इसी तरह खेलते रहें और हमें एंजॉयमेंट देते रहें। आज की परफॉर्मेंस के लिए बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
बहुत शुक्रिया। देखो, that was Sohail Khan, ladies and gentlemen, the player of the match.